Dude, I was a playboy in school. Dude.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
ask me this type of question. I'm not afraid of it.
It's literally American Pie.
You're not openly telling them about the repercussions of just working with
Yeah.
evolving.
I
Yeah,
agree.
so that's what I think is unfair, and I don't like that
True,
because a lot of
true.
other creators don't know what the fuck they're getting into. They just think it's cool. Like Chris was like, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm a join. Like this is so great. I don't care. It's not gonna hurt anyone." But like, you don't understand the repercussions.
We're pieces of shit. Like we really about that life. We used to do that all the time for every subscription.
Like you know the Yuhai video?
Yeah.
Yuhai video was fucked.
It took 2 months just to edit that shit.
It was
Wait,
fucked.
what?
Yeah.
It was fucked.
Oh, dude, in the high school, he had to pass out once and go to the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to the yard. Girl.
It was bad. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
Alright.
Is it a pyramid scheme to you? That we still see it like that. To a degree. Big time. Dude.
That can happen.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the industry.
Okay.
yeah.
How should we start? Okay.
Shades on.
Okay, what's up, guys? This is welcome to. Sorry.
Just keep going.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the KDMV podcast. Today we have a very special guest. Today I'm here with my co-host Nid, which is my brother, and our special guest today is the legendary Pu Rean Thort.
What's up?
Today's conversation is going to be in a little bit of mix of English and Khmer, so hope you guys are okay with that. I'm not going to add subtitles. But yeah, before we start, I do want to shout out to a few of our sponsors. One is Dawn Coffee at Beach at Moy, which is a coffee shop plus a cat cafe. If you guys are looking for a place to chill, especially during weekends and bring your kids over to check out some cats and stuff, please check out Dawn. There we go.
Nice.
And also a big thank you to MyCam. They are the sponsor for today's podcast. They've helped with setting up the equipment and also the camera gear for this podcast, including sound. So បើអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាកំពុងតែស្វែងរកកន្លែងណាដែលថាមានលក់កាមេរ៉ាមានលក់ equipment កាមេរ៉ាអីល្អៗអី make sure to check out MyCam. And yeah, let's start the podcast.
You want to start off with shot, boo?
What? Okay.
So our tradition for our podcast is we always start off with a shot just to kind of like mellow things down.
Alright.
We're not promoting alcohol, we're just trying to promote like a good time.
It's okay, casual drinking.
Casual drinking.
Nick,
Shout out
you do the
Monita.
honors. Shout out to Monita, man.
មានអារម្មណ៍ថាចម្លែកព្រោះធ្លាប់តែអង្គុយសួរគេ
បាទពូ
ថ្ងៃណាហោះពីរនាក់ហើយឯងភ្ញៀវ It's been a while.
It's been
So
a
what
while.
do you want to talk about?
Oh, this.
I want to talk about college real quick because I know you went to the U.S.
Education, yeah.
Yeah, education. I want to see you like
How's the
where
parties
Yeah.
in the U.S.?
Okay.
Actually, I want to start off with like why you went to the U.S. Like
Oh, why?
how that happened.
Okay. ដំបូងខ្ញុំជាប់មហាវិទ្យាល័យ
But
So I got scholarship to Norway actually for high school. I study IB diploma there for 2 years. ហើយបន្ទាប់មកចប់ពីហ្នឹងខ្ញុំទៅអាមេរិកការពិតចិត្តរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំចង់ទៅអង់គ្លេសទេ
but
ខ្ញុំ fan Man U ហើយ like ខ្ញុំចង់ទៅរៀននៅ Manchester University of Manchester ព្រោះវានៅក្បែរសាលា
yeah.
អញ្ចឹងទៅពុកម្ដាយគាត់ insist គាត់ថាគាត់ឯងទៅរៀននៅអាមេរិកទៅព្រោះអាមេរិកប្រទេសគេកាលហ្នឹង like the US was like you know
Powerhouse.
yeah the biggest the powerhouse right so I followed them and I got the scholarship there so I continue my study in the US from I think 2007 until 2012
For bachelors?
yeah for liberal art college yeah bachelor yeah
What
yeah,
did
we
you-
call it bachelor but there they don't there they call like undergrad right
Undergrad,
yeah,
yeah.
undergrad. What did you study though? Like,
I studied first it was computer science. Yeah.
Same.
I suck at math, but
Uh-huh.
I was good at doing a lot of backdoor stuff.
Uh-huh.
I was good at coding, but not to a level where the school wanted me to do.
yeah.
And I tried several times to attack the school server for fun.
So you wanted to hack it?
Yeah, I was into that.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
I was into hacking. It was not good because the teacher gave me citation once when I actually decoded his code.
Uh-huh.
He gave me a homework, so it's JavaScript, right?
Yeah.
What you usually do, they would give you a sample homework, how it works. So you need to code that to work the same way as the sample code works.
Right.
What I did, I decode the sample, I modify it, I send it back.
Oh shit.
I didn't do shit, but he didn't know. And first time he didn't know. Second time he know because I left a note say that your code is shit.
Oh fuck.
I mean, like he was bragging about it's not possible to decode his
His code?
sample all of these things, but there's like dark web. Back then, dark web was kind of easier to access.
Yeah.
Not like right now. It's really
Uh-huh.
hard, and so I had a lot of access to that kind of tools, and I did that. And he invited me to a meeting and told me that I need to reconsider my career and my major if I want to continue with computer science. So I kept continuing for a while and ended up failing one class.
Uh-huh.
Was that class that I abused the code.
Uh-huh.
I retake the class. I passed it, and then we went to I think level 200. It's a little more advanced. And we did Python. I really I kind of និយាយទៅស្ដាយក្រោយព្រោះអីការរៀន Python ហ្នឹងបើនៅរៀនដល់ឥឡូវប្រហែលជាចំណេញច្រើន
Right.
Python is like right now is the mainstream coding to all AI's tool.
Right.
Right? But when I studied Python in college, it was about like sampling a model or simulation for like farming, industrial, agriculture, all these things. It was boring.
Uh-huh.
I did not get to code stuff that I wanted to code, right? But I was aiming to pursue a career in computer science as a mobile application developer. But back then when I studied, it was only BlackBerry. You know BlackBerry,
yeah,
right?
I remember that.
BlackBerry was the trend.
Right.
iPhone was not invented yet.
Not
right?
yet, yeah.
After 2 years, it invented. The whole landscape changed. So the school stopped, like discontinued that program for mobile development in BlackBerry. So I need to reconsider my career. So I I chose the easy route, philosophy.
Oh, fuck.
So how many years was it like after taking like
2 years.
computer
So I
science?
was in my junior year. Yeah. I was in my junior
Did you
year.
take C++ too, or is it like?
I did not reach to C++ because that required me to pass the advanced maths, advanced calculus,
Oh,
and I sucked at math.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hate C++,
Fuck
bro.
calculus.
We
he
actually,
he was a computer science major.
I can tell
Yeah.
when I said it.
dude, I was interested. It's like but I didn't know any code. To be honest, like the 2 years that we did was mostly general studies.
Yeah.
So we didn't learn a lot of code, but back in the day, we used to bought sneakers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
That's like, oh wow.
so we
I
had so
see.
we this is a lot of people don't know this, but we would have scripts and stuff or run bots
Yeah,
just
of
to
course,
purchase
of course.
sneakers,
Yeah.
have whole like proxy servers and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to purchase the sneakers and stuff.
That's what we would do. That's my fantasy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was doing this. I was a part of iOS jailbreak group.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I also have translate like this web portal WordPress.
Uh-huh.
There's this CMS called Joomla, and also Facebook. I was a part of the translator teams.
Oh, shit.
So I got into like a bunch of like cool applications, like projects.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And I was just doing a bunch of things, and it was boring because just sitting down and translate stuff. But you get access to all the cool feature.
Right.
Like my Facebook account is, I think it's about. I made it in 2006. That's how old it is. That's the Facebook account that I have. And then after philosophy, the reason I took it, when I was in the high school, I was doing really good at philosophy.
Right.
And because it's also like an easy shortcut to study something that even the native speaker also struggling. So I always felt like, I'm at disadvantage because my English was not good.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never been perfect anyway, but I want the same amount of struggle in the class so that I don't feel left out. So I took that class. It
Okay.
was good. It pays off, And I done a lot of Buddhism philosophy because it's kind of cheat code for us.
Really?
We grown up Buddhists, like we know a bunch of this basic foundation already.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
And then just translate into English, and then you just apply that. Then in the end of my junior year, the school. No, I think first semester. After first semester in junior year, the school studying a photography program.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just got more funding, and so they start a new department. To call it like visual art. They offer a lot of photography classes, and I try to take all of it. Like any photography class available, I would take the class.
Just for the sake of trying to learn.
Because I love photography.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I was a photographer for the school. I was the school newspaper photographer. I shot for the college when they have like orientation or thing.
Yeah.
I would provide my service for the school as well to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to do like proper class so that I can learn the foundations. So I took about I think like 12 classes of photography courses, right? and then they allow me to take an extend semester to complete all the classes that they're offering.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was
Well-
quite lucky.
Was there like any restrictions back in your day about like working while you were? a
Yeah,
student?
you only can work 20 hours a week.
Only on campus, right?
Yeah, on campus. I did some off-campus work, but under the table.
Yeah,
Same-
yeah.
same, we did under
Everybody
the
did
table
that.
too.
Everybody
I
did
mean,
that.
come on.
I was cleaning toilets. and
We
shit.
in the US, bro.
Yeah.
I DJ, by the way.
Yo,
In the
what?
US?
No way.
But I mean, like, my type of DJ is not like, you know, right now they do spinning all of these things, but back then it was more like just playback and pre-mix everything.
So like hip hop or like what type of genre?
I do a bunch of hip-hop and techno.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
EDM was not the thing, techno and like house.
Okay, we
was-
need to see
yeah,
a photo of you DJing or some shit.
I have some like old like ghetto photo, you know, all those like Snapchat and stuff. Yeah,
Wait. What part of the U.S. were you in
I
though?
was in Vermont.
Vermont,
Yeah, where you guys?
California. We
So
were in
West
Long
Side,
Beach.
straight
You're
up.
like the worst part of the US.
Yeah,
oh
we're the
yeah,
worst
we
part.
lived in the hood. It was terrible.
Where's Vermont? Where's Vermont?
Vermont is like all the way near Boston, you know, Maine, Boston, Massachusetts. There.
It's not like a super white state, right? Is it?
Oh, it is.
It's super
It's
white
like
state.
super white and privileged.
Oh shit.
Yeah, barely any people of color living there, and I think there's like a couple of Cambodian family live in another like
City?
cities. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't find any Cambodian there anyway,
Damn.
which is kind of sad. I
Dude.
wish I could have found one.
I lived in like Portland, Oregon for like a year. 'Cause
Oh,
I-
Oregon. Oh,
I did high school there
Oh,
for
I
like
see.
1 year only.
Yeah.
There was barely any Cambodians.
Well, how long you ever there in the US?
So it was
For
four.
me, 4.
I did. How do you say it? It's like I did 1 year of high school, senior
Mm.
year in Portland, Oregon,
Mm.
and then 2-ish years in Long Beach for college.
Before you dropped out.
Which college?
Long Beach City College. Then we transferred to Cal State Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I have been to that school. I was also looking to transfer.
yeah.
One of my exes live in US
Ah.
in LA. Yeah, I travel back and forth from my school to LA a lot because I have many Cambodian friends live in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
I met them through like acquaintances and online, right? And
Yeah.
then we became really good friends. So I would fly there during summers and stuff and to hang out. I had a
Damn.
good time.
Long Beach is fun.
Yeah, but the first trip when I arrived in Long Beach, the first night, one of my friends took us to the strip club. It was my first time went to the strip club.
Which
Uh-huh.
club though? Is it like
I
a
don't know.
Cambodian or like a?
No, it was like
Like ghetto.
the minority strip clubs. Dude, I thought I was gonna get shot.
Hold on.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I went through that because I would not. You know, like when you go abroad or people like ពេលដែលគេទៅក្រៅតែគេប្រាប់យើងថាអូអានេះចេះនេះចុះប៉ុន្តែយើងអត់ដែរទៅយើង
Right,
អ
right.
ត់ជឿតែដល់ពេលយើងទៅចូលហើយយើងឃើញថាអូ strip club វាអញ្ចឹង
How was the experience? Could you describe it?
unforgettable I think. I mean it was a little confusing because it's my first time. but
Uh-huh.
It was not the same as what I saw on TV, you know. It's different. I also went to Vegas. I also went clubbing in Vegas. It's
Yeah.
also different. And you know, like have you seen this series, American Pie?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
That's my image of the US
Same.
before I went. Yeah, and then
Uh-huh.
it's not the same. I try to live the same way. Like, as in
Right.
the movie.
You know when you walk around Vegas, people invite you to strip clubs and
Yep.
shit? Yeah, all around the street, all along the street, they will start asking you like, hey, you trying to go to a strip club? You trying to go
Now's
to
a
strip
pussy.
Club? Yeah, but I've never been to a strip club. The entire 4 years I was in the US, I went to the club once. And that one time, like all my friends were fucking drunk and they were like puking and they got chased out and I was the only guy sitting on the couch.
I went a few times, but Nah didn't. He hasn't.
Did you club?
Of course, bro. Dude.
I
The
clubbed
club-
so much that
Dude.
I think all my savings just
Oh, okay.
went back to the
fuck.
US.
Fuck. We didn't club that much, but the house
I-
parties we went to.
You know,
were
like
fun.
when you're a DJ,
Oh,
and
yeah,
all these
yeah.
things, you make lots of money.
Yeah.
I say I make about $300 an hour for like a very low tier, you know.
Yeah.
But still a lot of money, you know, back then.
How did you learn to DJ though? Like, was it hard?
No, I've always like, you know, when you watch American film, you're
Yeah.
seeing all this party scene, you know, the cool guy playing the music, all of these
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
Right.
And that was just it. I want to be that, you know, and self-taught myself through it. And even like back then, the demand was not like right now where you need to know a bunch of cool stuff to become the DJ, right?
Right.
You just need to have a good sound collections and do some mixings and just, you know, regular transitioning, make sure the hype, you know how to drive the crowd.
The crowd, yeah.
Right? And also make sure you pop off. Somehow people like have a good time.
Yeah.
There was a crazy time when I DJ in this school building. They call it the bunker.
Uh-huh.
It's like all the crazy stuff happening.
Right.
There was one night that I DJ and under the table it was shaking. and if somebody was just like,
Fucking?
yeah, I don't know how far it went, but fucking hell, it was under the the table cover and everything. I was just like,
Did you,
what the
like-
fuck?
You just took a peek. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
titties out and shit.
That
Like,
was
oh,
something that I never forget. It's crazy.
oh fuck, my mic's unstable.
So that's why I feel really, I would say I'm not proud of it, but I'm glad that I've done what I've done.
At least you
Because
get the experience.
I know what is it like to live that type of life.
Yeah.
And probably like when my kid grows up, I would just let him loose like that as well. Because it teaches you so many things. When you go to like different places,
Uh-huh.
you would know how to behave.
Right.
Like if you never been to, you would not know how to behave or like, or how to fit in,
Right.
And that's why I feel like it's easier for me when I meet different people, I can just get along. Not that because it's my personality, but I think the experience that I've had allow me to understand, right,
Mm.
Yeah, and adapt, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you join like any frats back in like?
I
uni?
I was more international students. We had a frat house. I forgot the name, but we named it something. And then I was the main DJ of the house because we host party every weekend.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
free flow, drinking, all of these things.
That must be so fun.
It was fun until like there was one point I was pushed from the back and almost fell on my face.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, I don't care if my wife hear this because I didn't do anything.
It was the
stupid.
past. Yeah.
I don't really care. She knows. So one guy was trying to go after one girl, right? And she's kind of mixed, but she was trying to dance with me, and I was thinking, you're the DJ. Once you play back, and you just go and dance a little bit. It's
Right.
like- and then he thought that I was like, trying to hook up with that girl, and he pushed me. I turned back. He was really tall,
Fuck.
so I don't like fuck what I'm gonna do. My house,
Right.
And I grab a bottle. I smacked it. It's like in the film, like you smack
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bottle and
yeah.
you just fucking point your finger. But the bottle didn't crack.
Right.
But I point the finger at him. It's like, fuck off, get out.
Did you get scared?
I was not scared while I do it. I was mad.
Right.
Because I didn't do anything. Right? And then he was white, I was so pissed about that. It's like all of these white privileged kids came to the school and then I was called Asian monkey.
Fuck.
Yeah, by his friends.
Fuck.
So my feeling toward him was not good.
Right.
Yeah, and he was so scared. He was so scared. And that girl was trying to calm me down and stuff like, yeah, don't worry. And go, I just smoke a cigarette and just like calm down. And it's like my friends teasing me the whole month. Just like, if I had just laid my hand on him, I would get expelled right away.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fuck.
But I mean, yeah, sometimes you need to defend yourself.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, it's hard. Like I don't know if you feel the same way when you go to the US. Like
I think we were kind of lucky.
I mean,
'cause-
we didn't meet a lot of racist people.
you're in
It-
California. If you're in
yeah.
my side,
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
definitely.
different.
In our area, it's very diverse. There's a lot of Cambodians and stuff. Even if they're racist, in our generation, like we just throw racist jokes back. Oh, shut cracker or some shit. Like
yeah.
yeah. So
So yeah, I mean the frat house they've done crazy stuff. The beer that they drink, they don't drink from the can or the bottle, it's from the cake, right? Like the big cake.
do you haze though? Like, is it a thing back in the
So
day?
they hang you upside down.
Yeah.
So you just trying to drink it upside down.
Fuck.
Fuck, it fucked up your brain, man. Just two zips, you get I think like randomly drunk already.
Like, is that part of the hazing, or is there more to it? Like,
No, it was. I don't remember. It's been a long time, but it's just that if you want to join that party, you need to go through that
Oh shit.
fuck.
in order to enter the house. So everyone just had to do it.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounds.
fuck.
That
Not
sounds
for the girls, but for the guys.
That's for the guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fucked up.
My school is like a private school, so they're quite rich. So everything that happened is always like a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah.
Damn.
that sounds so fun though.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Do you play beer pong?
Yeah. I
yeah.
love
Oh,
beer
dude,
pong.
we're good at it.
We've done beer pong naked. Like
Jeez,
stripping beer pong.
with
Holy
balls
shit.
out, like,
Wait, all
like-
dudes are like maybe.
like, is
No,
it-
with
is-
girls.
Oh fuck. dude.
but like,
wild.
what's the max? Is it all stripped, like all
Yeah.
naked? T-
Like no limits.
Holy fuck, dude! You
Yeah,
look,
I won.
it's like
I
in the
won
movies.
game, though.
It's like
So
in the
like
movies.
we pair like I think it was three each. It was like two girl, one guy, and then two girl, one guys. I won against my friend who said he's Colombian,
Uh-huh.
quite short, but he lost and he has to run naked around the house.
Oh, dude,
that's
that's like every
fun.
white.
It's fun
white,
though, man. It's
white
fun,
college
you know.
movie ever, dude.
Because nobody gonna film you. There's no like social media back then was not like this.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't.
They don't care what you're doing. What you've done, it's just there, you know. It's all in your memory, you know.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we
crazy.
actually have photo of him, but we didn't post because he's like a lawyer now, I think.
Oh,
no,
fuck.
professor now.
It's like, hey, yo, professor. Like,
Yeah.
let me pull up your photos from back in
There's so
college.
many like crazy story that I've done that I can easily like write a book out of it. One other crazy incident was my senior year during my birthday. Someone was like, "Oh yeah, finish this bottle." I think she gave me like a bottle of Jack Daniel and then a Jaeger, and then two Red Bulls, right?
Yeah.
Two separate girls gave me this. They finish it off. We go three together. I was excited, you know, my birthday. I was single.
yeah,
I don't care.
of
you know,
course,
I
of
finish
course.
it off. I pass out.
So you didn't get to do anything.
I don't remember.
Oh, shit.
I did not remember. They said that I've done stuff, but I don't know. And I don't want to remember because it was crazy.
It's a good time, though.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
probably
my
a good-
last birthday at the college. so
Oh, my
I
God.
made it worthwhile. Yeah.
Fuck.
And then we have this tradition where during our graduation, the last day before the walk, we had to go to the football field and run naked across the football field.
Just all dudes or like,
Everyone.
Oh
What,
my
dude?
god.
And then the night before, we have to go to a lake and like, you know,
Skinny
skinny
dip?
dipping.
Oh
Yeah.
my fucking god, dude.
there's
Dude,
this
it's
there's this
crazy.
there's this fucking movie that's literally
Yeah.
What is it called? I
That's what I
forgot.
tell you, American Pies.
yeah. You literally, that's literally it's literally American
I
Pie.
was surprised that my school actually have that tradition, you know. So they have two, like, you know, they have like winter term
Yeah.
graduate, and then they have like summer term graduate, right? The winter one, they do, I think they do downhill skiing with the gown, which is kind of insane too. So yeah.
Fuck.
Wait,
Rich school, man.
did you live in the dorms? Is that
Yeah, we live in the dorm,
that's
but there's
why.
like different type of dorms, right? When
Yeah.
you're like freshman and sophomore, you live in more like sharing room or single but small. But once you reach junior and senior, I was lucky because my housing in junior and seniors, I got like really like the first choice, like the biggest dorm with dancing hall and everything.
Oh,
shit.
my
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
God.
And then I remember my living room. I have a strobe light and disco balls and like, you know, decorate like fully ready for any time, any
party.
parties. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Must be nice.
Yes.
Dude,
And
what
one
the
of my
fuck,
roommate
man?
was the weed dealers,
Oh really?
even better, unlimited supplies. Fucking guy would just go with this, you know. He would like full stack of cash, but not like this. All like, you know, he
Crumpled
just-
up.
Yeah, crumbled up. He just, hey, take some money, go buy some food.
Oh shit. Dude.
Nice. man.
I did not know until like we lived together for half of years because I always noticed that he's like always high. I thought he was just smoking, but turns out he's the dealer.
But do you ever notice the smell inside the room that it smells like
No,
skunk?
he keep it like very private to himself. We don't enter each other room.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that I love being there. That people don't just walk into your room for no reason, right?
Right.
You live in a suite, so we live in a suite where like a 4 room, two across each other, and we have like a living room in the middle and a kitchen and everything.
Shit.
So it's quite fancy.
That's
That's
nice.
why I
that's
say it's like
bougie.
one of the fanciest house. And then that was the case. And then I live in my senior year. I live in a suite as well, but 2 stories. So we got 2 floors.
Wow.
Yeah. So the first floor is more like lounge, chilling, watching movie and everything, drinking, smoking, and then the second one is like for party.
But that's inside the college.
Yeah.
Not outside of the
No,
college.
no.
Is this from
Everyone
scho-
live on campus.
Wow.
Everyone must live on campus.
Is this
for
from
the-
scholarship? Like from
Yeah,
scholarship?
for scholarship.
Holy
so the
fuck.
scholarship that I've got, they just like go experience life, make sure you finish your degree and come back home.
They didn't care about GPA or anything.
No. Was not the case. Everyone asks me why I party so hard. I'm like, dude, my scholarship doesn't put a GPA cap for me. I need like 3.5, 3.6. My GPA in college is like 2.9.
Mine was worse. I had, like,
Really?
Yeah, 2.5 or something.
Fuck, you make me feel so much better now.
Dude, mine
thought I
was
was
so
the worst
bad,
one.
bro. I
To
failed
be honest,
art.
my GPA was shit before I start taking photography classes. I got all A in photography classes.
Right.
And philosophy, I was doing really good. But my computer and math classes fucked me up over. Like,
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
yeah, it was like C and stuff like that.
It's all good. I failed art class, man. I didn't even
Okay.
know what I was doing.
I don't blame you. I'm not judging you because I'm not I'm not on a different boat as you.
Yeah. Fuck
Same
my
boat.
teacher though. Like
Yeah, but
fuck
I mean,
her.
you know, at the end of the day, it pays off, you know.
Yeah.
as long as you keep going forward, you know. A lot of people would stress out about GPA. I've seen my friends who like,
Stressed out about it.
yeah, I mean, until now, I don't think he has like enjoying himself at all.
Like,
But maybe he's enjoying the way he is. But from my perspective, I don't think he's enjoying it. Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. So that's college story. Oh, I can go like all day long. If you go like structure by structure, so many things.
But then after college, you came back and you just started working, or
Now after college, I went to California for I think half of years. I was supposed to go to Columbia University.
Uh-huh.
I heard you drop out.
I
I
did.
drop out too.
Say,
I was supposed to. So I applied to Columbia University without the knowledge that I have to apply financial aid separately from the regular application. For undergrad, after undergrad, what we call it?
Postgrad.
Postgrad, right? Yeah. So I did not know. So I applied. I got into the first round,
Uh-huh.
and then my school's like, "Did you apply for financial aid?" Like, nope.
How did you get financial aid though? But you're not a resident, right?
No, I mean, my school had this program where they would fund you entire way.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's the privilege that I told you about,
Yeah,
right?
must be
Holy
nice.
shit,
It's
dude.
rich.
Yeah.
It's on the par of a bit like the same level as Harvard University. Like I have friends who transfer from Harvard to my school,
Mm-hmm.
and friends who transfer from my school to Harvard.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean because they want the the Ivy League titles or
Right.
these things, right?
Yeah.
And so they have this good program that they prepare everybody for a long run for their educations. I did not know, so I was careless and I was really upset.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to California and stayed with my host family. No, like more like godparents. They kind of adopted me. They're Laotians. I met them at work.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they don't have a son, so they kind of adopted me.
Fuck.
We still we still in contact until now.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how I got to Vegas, all those things, because they doing really well in the US, so they just take care of me. So I stayed with them for a little while, and then I feel a little bit kind of lost. I want to come back here, and there's this startup called Small World.
Small whistle band, or like is it? A
Yeah,
different-
Small Band came from Small World.
Oh.
They were formed there, right? Small World is like a business incubating institute, right?
Okay.
It was like early stage of entrepreneurship perception, right?
Right.
So I started that with my friends and stayed there. My plan was to either go to Australia to do my postgrad after I was pissed at
US.
myself not going to Columbia because I want to become a journalist. And I met my wife, done. And then I no longer want to go back to anywhere.
Did you meet her in the U.S. or?
No, I met her here.
Oh.
But then she was also in school. She was in her junior year, continued to her senior years. Then she had to go back to her school. She studied in Bangladesh, but like all women, American school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same as my school where they like give scholarship to international students to study there. It was American style. So she went there and we had long distance for 1 year. But during that time, I started like a photography studio doing pre-weddings.
Right.
Yeah.
I was making a lot of money. I also spent a lot of money as well because when you earn a lot, you're still young. You always want to enjoy.
Yeah.
And I have this classic Honda bike, AX1. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know anything
Oh,
about
you
bikes.
don't know?
No,
That's like, the kids right now, they do motocross, they don't know that bike because that's back in the day. You have that bike, it almost look like you have a Lamborghini because it's
Sick.
really expensive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he showed, yeah.
How much is
AX1.
it?
I mean, it was like $5,000-6,000,
Uh-huh.
but that time it was expensive.
Wait, how old were you when during this time?
I think it was about 24,
Shit.
25. So I rode that bike around the Cambodia. Didn't film anything, but I took a lot of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had a good time, and then I realized that Cambodia is different now compared to when I left before, like 10 years ago. So I was trying to see if anything that I can start fresh. And then I joined this company called Sabai
Mm.
Oh
as
shit.
the producer. I had no background as a producer, and then they gave me that title, so I had to learn while working.
But did you start working at Sabai after you started your own photography gig?
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
So were you doing it at the same time, or was it?
No, I had to give up my photography gigs.
For
because-
Sabai?
Yeah, because I sold that company to my partners.
Ah.
We're not sharing the same directions,
Mm-hmm.
so I just sold it to him. Even the company name also gave it to him.
Is it still operating to this day? Or?
Yeah. I tell you off screen because I don't want to
Okay.
hurt his business.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, so I started at Sabai for 4 years. But during that time at 4 years at Sabai, they sent me to different countries to do like
Training.
training and studying different field in like media and mass media productions. And I met many YouTubers because usually the event that they sent me just related to content creations.
Right.
I think it was in 2015 or 2014 that I went to Bali as well for this company called Web TV Asia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they invited me all YouTuber in Asia to do event together and do a concert. It's like YouTube Fan Fest, right?
Right.
Okay.
Something like that, right? And then they asked me like, where are you from? And I told them from Cambodia. And it's like, are you a YouTuber? I said no. And then I was looking, fuck, we don't have any like actual legit YouTubers here. You know?
Right.
So at that time, it was me realizing that we did this, you know. So I had this thought in the back of my head that I want to do this if nobody else would do it. I offered this to my company, but it was hard because the corporate
Right.
Yeah.
size and the individual size different. So that 4 years gave me every knowledge that I need to do what I'm doing now. From productions, being a producer, running my own workflow and all of these things. I owe them that, but I'm also glad that I left because they gave me a choice, either continue working full time or
Leave.
leave. Yeah.
So just to clarify, like, could you elaborate on the role as a producer? Because there's a lot of roles.
Producer,
I'm quite
right?
confused on it.
I mean, usually there's a different type of like responsibility that you would have.
Yeah.
If you work for corporate medias, your role as a producer is different. It's like a management role, basically.
Right.
But you need to do a lot with quality control, going through all the decision making between budget, right? You make the call pretty much,
Okay.
and you also sort of listen or communicate with the director of the projects, whoever doing the directing roles,
Right.
whether you agree or disagree, and whether you approve the budget for them to do this or not. But for the creative control, you don't have control over this. You probably have the control over, say, this is good for release or not. But you would just do that quality check. And you set up the content plan yearly to make sure that your department grows and how you would increase the number. But back then, my KPI was increasing the sub counts of the YouTube channel
Mhm.
of Sabai.
Right.
We did increase that. We did increase the page likes and follow as well. But that time following on Facebook was not the case. It was likes, right?
Right.
So that I did what I promised. And the hardest part for me was having multiple roles because we don't have enough budget to hire directors
Right.
or DP or these things. So I have to sometimes put the hats on as a director and at the same time making the decision. It's kind of confusing. So.
Were you also DOP as well, like for some projects?
Yeah. And it sucks, but in a way that I've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have another role that I manage live productions. You know, Sabai have this the JH and AK, right?
Yeah.
The legend.
I used to play it. So,
Yeah?
it's
So
fun.
you remember they do like e-sport events around the country,
We're
No,
not.
we-
We're
we
not
were-
that.
right? You left,
well,
right?
I think we left. Right?
Right. So they have like biggest e-sport events in Cambodia where they go around different provinces. They do like e-sport events, right?
No, we just weren't as involved because we knew about JX, we played it, but like we weren't like involved in like.
Yeah.
any events.
So
We
I
didn't
was
have
the, I
internet.
was the producer of the live stream. Live
Oh,
events,
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
2013 onward, I am the one who pioneered that. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
back then.
But that background, I learned it while I was in the U.S. Because you know in the U.S. they have like collegiate competition, all of this thing.
Yeah.
They do live streaming.
Mhm.
I was the one who do
Control
for the
over that.
school. Yeah, was also my side hustle job.
Oh shit.
So I learned from that and I applied here. And you know when you are at a workplace where they kind of excited about new technology and you know something that's different,
Mm-hmm.
they allow you to play with everything.
Right.
So I play and then I kind of like make it better. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, and now I'm here doing different things.
Yeah.
Dude, we were in JX, but we didn't play it religiously just because like we had to steal our neighbor's Wi-Fi just to get like
Oh
access.
shit.
Yeah, it was back in the
that
day.
bad.
Oh, you play at home?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played at home.
Oh, the difference. See, some kids you go to the net.
Our mom didn't allow us to go back to
we
net
didn't
back
go
then.
to
We
the
were like
net
10,
until-
so like we were.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I started sneaking in high school, but like
Oh,
before
yeah,
that
yeah.
we had to steal neighbor's Wi-Fi like in the third floor. Like, it was terrible.
Oh my god.
We didn't
yeah.
have Wi-Fi till like what, the 8th grade
Yeah,
or something.
We stopped playing JX because we argued too much. Like my mom was like,
Yeah,
"Dude,
it's unhealthy.
it was fun though."
But it's okay, you know. At least you experience it. Some kids didn't experience it.
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
JX. You really JX?
What an era! What an era!
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, man. The
No,
fucking
there are
ins-
people still playing it, you know.
Yeah, I know how.
Yeah,
Like-
private server.
Oh my god, like
You should play. You want.
Oh, I'm
It's
good.
more healthy now. Cause
Oh,
you grown up, you know how to control yourself.
you also have money now, so you can
Yeah,
like
true.
actually buy.
That's
J
a big
points.
difference. That's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like guild like or is it?
I don't play JX. I play AK.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Shooting. I'm more into Counter Strike.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, yeah. You know how old is my Steam account? 16 years old.
Oh,
Holy
fuck.
bro.
I have 10 years coin on CS. I played since condition 0.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
used to do like LAN party at college.
That's what we did.
That's what
In
we
high
did.
school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as kids.
Yeah.
Well, you were in
Yeah.
high school. We were
Yeah,
like
usually
kids.
you have like you have intranet, right? Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
same
we played
fucking
LAN
LAN.
parties.
Yeah.
And so we set a date like every Saturday from like 7 to 10. So we pick a team of like 16 each, right?
Uh-huh.
Across the house, we have like different houses.
Right.
So we put bet on like noodles and all these things. Whoever wins get the prize.
Oh, that's
What's your
fucking
favorite
fun.
map?
I think for condition 0, that was always there. But
Yeah, yeah.
I love Aztecs. You know Aztecs?
I like the one with the containers.
With the containers, I
the
forgot
dark
what-
Container,
one.
that's office.
No,
No, not office,
It's with the hostages.
Wait, I forgot that.
I forgot the name, but it's with hostages. And we
Yeah,
rescued
yeah, yeah.
hostages.
With the container and then the you go to the vents and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god,
fucking love that
that's
game.
the best fucking map,
Dude,
man.
that's traumatized, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I'll
dude.
get shot from the roof. But and then CS:GO, I start to play like I think I have like 3,000 hours on CS:GO. Like
Shit. What about Dota? I don't know if you play Dota. I play Dota too.
Dota a little bit, yeah. Dota. I play Dota 1.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't like it because there are two type of people. I think there are three, but the two serious one that either they play Dota or CS.
Yeah.
They cannot do both at the same time because
Yeah,
a lot of time consuming, right?
Yeah.
it is. It is.
So I was spending more time doing CS, right? But right now I'm playing Apex Legends. I'm still gaming, by the way.
Fuck, man.
Have you ever thought about going pro or at that time?
I did try, but esport back then was
It was
Wasn't as
barely-
developed.
a joke.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People see you playing game, you're like organized.
Dude,
Back then,
my dad would cut out my Wi-Fi every
Yeah,
time
but
I had
now,
like,
hey,
a
yo.
ranked game, man.
dude, it helps your brains, man. There's like research that people who do like gaming
Yeah.
have better reflexes
Oh yeah, definitely.
and kind of like can solve problem faster.
Faster.
Yeah. I mean, it's just how it is. You play games, you solve the problem.
Yeah, it's
Or you confront the problem, right?
Yeah.
That's why I respect people who play at a healthy level, not like too much.
But do you think most esport players play at a healthy level? I feel like no.
no, it's competitive, so they have to.
I
train.
mean, for us locally, I feel like we do not have proper, quality control
Uh-huh.
or timetable on how they should play on, between the balance between their health and the game time.
Right.
But I think for international org, they do have this, and think about it. យើងឈឺយើងធ្វើយើងលេងអត់ឈ្នះគេយើងលេងអត់កើត
Right.
What's the point?
Right.
And if you're healthy, you play at your full force, that's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for us right now, I think because we're kind of new to these things,
Right.
and no offensive to any esport player here, but whenever you talk about esport here, it's only like going toward Mobile Legends. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. That's true.
Mostly,
But
yeah.
it's not like that, It's supposed to be like, multiplayer, Dota,
LOL.
CS, Valorant, all of these things as well, LOL, right?
Uh-huh.
And I want people to value that too,
Yeah.
Not like, hey, you have a phone, you play Mobile Legend or Honor of King, you're esport player. I'm like,
Like
yeah.
bring the PC games back, man. Like,
Yeah.
I love that.
You play console?
No.
Xbox?
No.
Dude, I have Xbox 360 at school.
God.
I have like 32 inches LCD TV and an Xbox. You know Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
You play it?
No.
We
Fuck,
never had
I love
enough
Guitar
money.
Hero.
Fuck.
And then they have the drum set as well.
Uh,
So I would have my friends who do drum and do like,
Oh fuck.
dude, I was trying to play that again, but now I could not find the fucking guitar.
Do you play actual instruments though, or like?
What?
Do you play instruments?
I try, but you know, when you try too many things,
you
Yeah,
can't
it's
do
just
it,
like
yeah.
you
So-
just don't have time for everything, right?
Yeah, we learned how to play the guitar when we were little, but like we didn't get allowed to use a console ever.
In school,
No,
No, I think console is in
just
gaming
growing
console.
up. Like we never had a console. We just had
but
a
when
laptop.
in the US, you didn't do it.
Nah.
You made a mistake.
Yeah.
I did everything opposite from what my dad told me
Dude,
not to do.
we-
I done it all.
We were in
Yeah.
our struggles.
No earrings, 4. No tattoo, 2.
Yeah, because our time in the U.S. was a little bit different. We were like trying to survive, actually
yeah.
trying to survive.
Okay, I mean, I understand. Yeah, I mean, I'm spoiled because I got scholarship,
Yeah,
and also like everything is paid for.
yeah.
I got like yearly allowance, and I also get to work on campus.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, so I'm like unlimited
That's
supplies
fucking nice,
of
man.
money, and all I did was just enjoying it. To be honest, I was not like looking to like, oh, let's do great in school and then have a bright future.
Yeah.
I was more like, let's have fun.
My aim in the U.S. at the time was to graduate as fast as I can and pay off the school as fast
I
as
understand,
possible.
yeah,
That was just like yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have been more careful with how I, like, you know, done things.
Yeah.
But now I look back, it's okay.
It's a fun life.
That's a fun
Yeah,
life.
and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just fine.
Yeah.
It was stressful in the beginning
Uh-huh.
when you transitioning from. There's a saying where you finish school, real life just begins, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of true when you get to the real world. Whatever the fuck you learn in college doesn't
Doesn't
really
matter.
matters anymore, right? It's
Yeah.
just how you deal with the problem right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
That make difference.
Right.
Yeah.
So how was it when you left Sabai and started Rean Thort? Like how was that a thing?
I think same story goes to how the transitioning from me being a full timer
Mm-hmm.
to doing my own thing. If I had no pressure, I think I would not be able to do it. I had a lot of pressure on my shoulder. My son was just born
Mm-hmm.
the day I quit the job. It's like literally like a week right after I left my job, my son was born.
Shit.
I left with about, I think, $500 in my pockets. I was not even able to pay for the clinics. So I had to borrow from my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one pressure. And also I had to make sure that whatever I'm doing allow me to survive with my family. So that was the pressure that I had. So I did anything I could to make sure that I put food on the tables and make enough incomes to make sure that everything works out. It was really hard, you know. I've done stuff that I'm not proud of. Not like stealing everything, but I charged like really low fee.
Uh-huh.
But back then, you know, when you talk about digital contents, I don't think anybody knows what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they don't really understand why do they need to make a video out of their products. It was really difficult convincing clients to do it.
So what type of service were you providing back then? Like
No,
just
I've done anything. I take photo, I make video, I like anything that make me money,
Mhm.
I would do, just to make sure that I would able to do what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And plus, like whatever I've done back then, like I make content related to photography and everything. I don't make money. There's no way to monetize it, right?
Right.
So I would borrow camera from different company or different shop to make sure I got access to all these tools so I can make content out of it.
Right.
So that was the way that I kind of like, you know, was with my bread and butters, like back and forth.
Right.
And my wife gave me 2 years. That was also the final nail to the coffin. She said that 2 years, if I cannot monetize what I'm doing or survive on this, I have to start looking for a job. So I had to make sure that within the time frame between 2017 to 2019, I had to make sure that I make enough money so that I prove my point. Yeah.
Wow.
So this was quite recent, 2017 to 2019.
Yeah. But I've started Rean Thort 2014.
Right.
Okay.
Off and on for 3 years because I was working.
Right.
And I had no idea why would I have to do it. And I don't know how it would grow forward anyway because our country was not new to, was not, like I went into this idea, right?
Right.
So I post and delete. I was not even showing my face. And yeah, once you're being pushed to the side of the cliff, you either jump or you would just turn back. I jumped, you know. And hopefully I would land on somewhere soft
Right.
and survive.
When did you realize like you landed on somewhere soft in that case?
I think took me long enough until I bought my first house. The studio that I have right now, we pay it off. Imagine, you buy a house, you would do down payment,
Right.
or you would just, find a way to fund yourself. I paid the house in cash.
Wow.
This is straight from Rean Thort funding.
Yeah, it was all revenue from what I've done. And that time I'm like, okay, now it's true, yeah. Regardless how many cameras I have, but the house was the biggest achievement that I think I'm really proud of.
What year was that? Like
Last year, I think 2022, right after COVID. I think COVID caught off like the spike of digital content, right?
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people turned into content creator or influencer during COVID.
That's what I did.
yeah, I think he
I mean,
started during
I'm,
COVID.
I'm glad because
Yeah.
it's actually gave the opportunity for people who afraid to unlock their passion,
Right.
to unlock their dream or finding something new about themselves to pursue it, right? I watched a video about like, oh, you start doing this because you made a video about it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of true. But now the biggest question for you two, whoever doing this, is how are you going to survive going forward?
That's
I
the
mean, I'm
thing.
talking about next 5 years or 10 years, right? I already see the next 10 years what I'll be doing.
Right.
That's how I managed to reinvent myself. I think every 2 or 3 years I would look into what I've done and also looking ahead, like where the trend is heading, like the podcast, for example. I've known it for a long time, but I just need to find a way to make sure that this is well into use. There are others also done this before me,
Right.
but did not able to reach out to a mass audience.
As well as you
Because,
have.
yeah, they were afraid.
Right.
Afraid of criticism, afraid of not good enough. I was not afraid of that because I've done many not good enough stuff that to a point where I don't really care anymore.
Right. So when was it that, so I know that there's a side where you monetize based off providing a service, but also another side where you provide, education and all that, education and all that for free. When was it that Rean Thort was actually able to start monetizing? At what year?
I think 2019 when 2018 I signed a deal with a laptop company, Asus, as the brand ambassador, but it was not like, big paycheck or anything.
Right.
It was good enough for me to cover a full year of spending. I'm not greedy.
Right.
I would make a cap, say this year I need to earn this much to make sure that I survive and be able to do things. And then later on other brands start to come in, like, a telco. I was a bit smart, like very early stage. Like the first phase of content, like influencer, content creator who work with Smart, I was there. The money was not that great, but it was really good that I get to work with them. And then banking start to come, phone, all these things start to work with content creators. So 2018 was my first contract with actual brand deals. And then I've learned how to kind of customize my workflow. And currently I think I only have about 4 brands, 5 brands, long term. I work long term. I don't do short term stuff because you do short terms, you're getting stressed out after the contract expired.
Right.
You do long term, like yearly, right? But don't do all 4 at once. What I mean is, like, don't sign all 4 at the same date, the same month, or the same week, because then you have to renew everything all at once.
I see.
Stretch them out every 3 or 4 months. You would have one brand to deal with for renewing contract for the next year. So you would know your budget plan of, oh, I will make this much this year, even though I don't have any other side projects. Right. And those were my plan. I'm not afraid to share this. I tell every content creator to make sure you have long-term plan. So even if you don't have any work at all, you would be able to survive, because all of this contract works, put food on your tables. And then side work, you can just waste it, whatever.
Do you still provide like services like side work and stuff, or do you?
Not
just do
anymore. I
full-time?
don't have time.
Oh.
I wish I would, but I'm going to actually. I'm studying a digital agency now. I would say productions.
Production. Yeah.
But if we can even work together, like I will provide the production support for anyone without boundaries. Usually production would just say, hey, I don't want to work for you because we are competitive. I don't care. I would recruit a team where they are really good, and I would give them the freedom to work with whoever they wanted, to make sure that we elevate the quality a little bit higher than we are currently at now. I think we know what quality is.
Right.
We just don't really talk about it much, or we don't value it much, or we don't showcase it enough to the people where they say, hey, I like this better than the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has to start from us. Like you guys done with your products and the way you do your marketing stuff.
Yeah.
It's new, it's fresh,
Yeah.
it's aggressive, and it works
Right.
because it's not the same as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is probably the path going forward for any brands. I'm surprised that other brand does not steal this concept.
They do
They are
a lot.
They're starting.
They do a lot.
They do. I mean,
Not big brands.
Not big ones.
brands.
Just kids.
yeah,
starting
but
out.
like what I mean by stealing is just like the method you're doing it,
Right.
not like copying. Straight
Oh,
up
I
copying.
see, yeah.
That's respectful when they're copying other people's
No,
work.
in that sense, I think a lot of brands are actually shifting. Like when you see like big commercials right now, like let's say from ABA and stuff,
Yep.
they're shifting from the traditional ways of where it's like too formal.
Yep.
Yeah, they're shifting to like more comedic and everything.
Yeah.
So they're
I
starting
know
to
that.
transition. I don't know if they're inspired by us or not, but I'm not gonna say that.
I hope they are, because like fuck,
Yeah, I hope they
commercials are
are.
boring
Yeah.
as fuck, dude.
Yeah, but their stuff is getting very interesting. Even we ourselves are actually inspired by their work as well. At least
Cool.
for me. At least for me.
For what?
Like just their ads and shit. Like I look at it and it's funny. Like,
Yeah,
like it.
I mean, there's some of their work actually quite fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, I also signed with them.
Uh-huh.
I cannot say bad things.
No, they're cool. Look at it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they're trying to hit different targeted
exactly right.
customers.
Their
you
target
know.
audience. Is
For
different.
me, I think ABA doesn't even need to do any marketing anymore. To be honest.
Yeah, they're set. Like they're paying.
But yeah, if they don't do it, the competitor will,
right.
and they make them look bad. That's
It's a branding thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's effective. Like, have you seen the like Tainan shit?
no.
you don't see.
He hasn't seen it. That's why.
It's quite good
I'm-
though.
I don't.
funny.
They sort of like they create trends.
I haven't, to be honest.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't look at a lot of local content or reference.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't blame you.
I reference mostly off.
I'm
of
with
the
you
C
on that.
content.
I would like. Since but the problem with me that I haven't shared with anyone
Uh-huh.
is that I was not looking for content
Right.
ever. I was given the content to look at from my friends. I would have friends who send me real story posts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even bother going out there and scrolling. I would know what's going on through my circles.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the incident you told me about slow-mo.
Yeah.
I was not even there. I know exactly, I see it, how it happened, everything. And I keep it to myself.
Right.
Because it's none of my business. I don't care about other people's business. But it's good to know, because the one things that keep motivating me is that the more you know, the more you understand how to behave. And also, there's this saying, information is power.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to use it well. Like for me, hosting a podcast as well, having different type of people on, I need to understand that what is their mood, or which sort of like shoe they're in,
Right.
so that I don't offend them. Not to like, hey, I don't want to, talk to you or this kind of thing. I don't care, but I just want to make sure I don't offend anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to know a lot of things, and the hardest part is to keep it to myself. You know, sometimes you kind of forget, and then you just say a word or two, and then
I realize you
screw up
fucked
the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really like. I train myself to a point where I just don't really care about saying stuff anymore. Yeah.
Is it an issue though, like with all the contracts and stuff? Like, do they? Is it able to be discussed? Like, do they not let you say certain stuff and things like that?
For
Especially
what?
when you have brand deals.
No, I think.
Oh, for brand deals,
Yeah,
I mean, any brand would have condition and terms that they put in the contract, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is the formal ways, right?
Right.
You have the rights to negotiate that
Mm-hmm.
options, right?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I was the first with Smart, and then I went to other telcos, and I will be with them again. It's kind of funny because I go full circle.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it was what my experience in the past, there were like a bunch of side products that they block that you cannot do.
Right.
And then this time, from my experience, I told them, hey, I only allow you to block this service,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest I can do it. So it's okay. They agree with it. So you need to have these balls to negotiate with the brands that you're working with.
Yeah.
Say you work with ABA, right? They are
Uh-huh.
banking, right? They cannot block you with cell phone or other, like, internet provider, for example. Cannot, right? So you need to make sure you're clear which services that they're covered and which services that you are happy to allow them to block you from. The exclusivity comes with price, right? The more
Right.
they block, the more you would charge.
Okay.
See, say with Samsung, right? My brand deal with Samsung. As long as I'm the one who not holding the iPhone, for example, I can say iPhone. They don't care.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
If I'm not holding it in my video, it's fine.
Okay.
See, before it was not like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to work with them before as well,
Mhm.
and then I stopped because it was really hard. And then they understand, they improve, and also like I'm happy, I love the brand. Say, hey, why not? Let's work together. So most of the brand I work with, I came full circle.
Okay.
I mean, took them long enough to learn, but I'm happy that I also grown up as a person as well.
Mhm.
Then I learn how to talk. It's also the communication between you and the brand has to be very clear, and you need to have someone or 2 or 3 people to make sure that they can help you look into the contract and make the decision. I made so many dumb mistakes in the past when I first started working with brands, because you know when you first time making money out of whatever like the hell you like, you
You're
think
eager.
that it's a big deal, you know, and the money was not sort of fair.
Mhm.
It's not a fair business, but I don't blame the brands
Yeah.
because it was new. But now I know my worth, and I ask for my worth. Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
So for all the young content creators, to make sure any contract, at least read it 4 or 5 times, or asking fucking ChatGPT to help summarize the whole things.
Mm.
It helps, you know, because once you sign, you're done, man.
Mhm.
There's no way you can fight the brands.
Right.
They're corporate.
Do you know of people that has been screwed over by
Yeah,
these
yeah.
contracts?
I mean, even the big artists also got screwed over by
Fair enough.
contract.
Yeah. Well, I have a question.
Just saying.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Yeah. I actually have a question because I watched one of your recent podcasts with Bong Mais and Bong Gino, and something that you said was that like you haven't really started like your own business or something yet.
Yeah.
But why is it that you've hesitated for so long when you have so much presence and so much
True.
attention
true,
to
true.
you? Yeah.
There
I'm
was
curious.
this fear of me. I in the back of my head, I was thinking about that. I want people to look at me as it like the reason I'm doing what I'm doing now is to start a business.
Mhm.
It was never the intention.
Right.
So far, I prove it right.
Mm-hmm.
But they also, I went through this phase of anxiety attack and panic attacks when I start to realize that this business, content creations, I think within 5 to 10 years will be gone.
Right.
Like you would not be able to make more money anymore,
Mhm.
right? So I was trying to find a solution how I'm gonna keep doing this the way I want to do it right now, right?
Uh-huh.
By having financial support from external sources, right? So the business is probably the smarter choice.
Right.
And I said earlier, I work with ABA and all these things. They also have this support line where they give you financial advice.
Mm-hmm.
They actually advise me not to do it right now because of the inflations and save up money as well, which is kind of true.
Yeah, yeah.
If
Yeah.
I started last year or right after COVID, I could have been in a big mess.
Right.
And it's true. Whatever they advise me, I'm really thankful for them because that, like, honest advice that they gave me saved my life.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I'm gonna start a business, but I need to model a business where it's not too serious as it like I'm using my fame to make the business works, right?
Right.
Like for you guys, for example,
Uh-huh.
you work your ass off with your, you know, like product campaigns and marketing campaign.
Right.
Yeah.
Does not come from you. It was somebody else representing it, your products.
Right.
But the idea is yours,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like you two, the twin who actually represent the products only, right?
Right.
You
Yeah.
use a brand to elevate the market, right?
Right.
So I'm also quite thankful for myself when I first start doing content. I don't name it after myself.
Uh-huh.
I name it Rean Thort as a brand.
Right.
I keep telling everybody it's a brand. Anyone can take over that and still works.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be me. So I want to turn that into the business. And, you know, the shop will name Rean Thort, but something after it as well.
Right.
Yeah, or like, you know, collection, or I've had a logo ready,
Mm-hmm.
store ready, even when scouting for locations, even got offer from many different products to like freely store the product without even paying in advance
Mhm.
to stock it, you know. But then the financial advice kind of saved my life. Your product get expired through time and they get old and they get cheaper.
Right.
I don't think company will be happy for you to hold it to like more than 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then this idea came up again about productions
Uh-huh.
services when I've done in the past, but I would not able to do more because I don't have enough equipment. So I have more than enough now,
Right.
and the only things that I need is manpower and the brain.
I
So
see.
I recruit that. I work on the brain part I recruit more people to work, and then actually tomorrow, 2 more days I have to go see the office.
Right.
I will have an office space as well,
Mhm.
and that is like business size.
Mhm.
Instead of selling products,
Yeah.
anything make money is business. I'm actually doing business right now.
Right.
What the hell, right?
Yeah.
It's just like different side of businesses, right?
Right.
So it's true. I was afraid of failures, and also I want to make sure that I'm kind of financially secure if shit goes
Shit's the
sideways.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, if shit hits the fans, and that is, insecure as fuck when you're not feeling ready.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also the reason why I don't buy a car. I don't need yet.
Yeah.
I bought an expensive bike because I can.
You want to have fun, yeah.
It's a trophy. It's the story of the bike. I sold my bike that I love
The one
to
you
start
sold
my
now?
career,
Yeah.
and then I buy a bike that I really want back as it like compensate for myself. Nobody understand why I bought that bike, never ride it. It was not about riding it. It was about me proving a point that your sacrifice was something. Just for myself only.
Right.
I don't care if other people understand or agree with me whatsoever. But for me, that means a lot. That means that, that sacrifice that I made 6 years ago,
Mhm.
I deserve this. And it's okay,
Yeah.
Because that bike 6 years later would not worth anything. Yeah, so that's why I don't buy a car yet, because I don't want it.
I see.
Not yet. Not
Mhm.
yet.
That's a cool story though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deep.
But I have a question. If you were to let's say if you were to do content all over again, and you had the decision between working with brands or just like doing your own thing and just promoting it, which one would you prefer in that case?
I would rather not working with brands.
Right.
I mean, then, that's why my podcast, I don't accept sponsorship.
Yeah.
I will have you guys on my podcast as well,
Dude,
for
I'd
sure.
love to be there. It'll be fun.
For sure. And you will see
Mhm.
the amount of investment I put into that to prove a point where this is what, this is why am I able to do it. Because, the audience gave me the platform to earn with brand deals, all these things. And I just want to have this space
Right.
where I feel free to say, to do, to decide whatever I wanted to do on my own. And I was offering like many sponsorship deals for podcasting. I just said no. It feels really bitter saying no to monies,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it feels good that I able to just open my mind and say no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is why I said that I would rather work for myself than the brands.
Mhm.
But it's also the reason why I able to do it now as well.
Right.
That, part of the business is you need to survive, and then you have your own room, do your own things.
Yeah.
But I make it clear, like, there's a certain content that I just do it because I wanted to do it.
Mhm.
And I keep doing that from time to time as well.
Right.
It's something that I'm really concerning about the current state of content creator right now is that, when you start making a lot of money, you kind of forget your root,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like where you came from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've heard some content creators said that, oh, I cannot make content because I don't have sponsors. I'm like, what the fuck? How did you start in the first place? You start with sponsorship content or what?
Yeah.
You should not say this in public,
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just don't do it then. Don't just go out and say, hey, no sponsor cannot do this content. Or it's like, or I want to make this content, but I need sponsored. Okay, fine, I understand. Maybe you need to spend a lot.
Uh-huh.
But then, in multimedia world, before you pitch
Mhm.
an idea or attract sponsorship, you need to have a product to show first, right?
Right.
At least like a draft of how you want to do it.
Right.
But what I did, usually I would do a pilot episode,
Mhm.
and then I show it to the clients. That pilot is like the best. Whatever, like I would put all my effort into it to sell to the sponsor, and then they agree and then sign the deal. Instead of just say, hey, I have this idea, let's do it, and never done it.
So
I would do it first. Yeah.
Okay. So you have a finished product and then you show it to them first.
Yeah. And my next project will be interesting because I want to do documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's tough. I'm right now in the process of learning as well.
Right.
I've watched many workshop. I attend a couple of workshops as well. Like, I respect people responsibility. Like, they have script writer, they have director, they have DP, all of these things, right?
Mhm.
For documentary, you cannot have that many people.
Yeah.
You need like 2-3 max on the crew. So I need to learn everything to make sure I understand how they work, and then I would hire the right people to do it.
Mhm.
And we don't have this type of content much in Cambodia, right?
Right. Barely.
You watch Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the documentary that they do, like, you know, like corporate level and personal level and, you know, independent levels, different type of feeling, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want us to have this, like something say hop.
Mhm.
Do you know how hop is made?
No.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You can easily go watch the series. But it's not just a one time off, it's like a mini series, like 6-part mini series, 15 minutes each. So each episode would have specific storytelling and specific fact check about why prahok is such a staple food in Cambodia. And it's not only for us too, it's for
The entire world.
for anyone. And for me, the most important part is for my kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want him to learn about our culture without having him go looking for content. I would just throw content at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is my next phase.
Mm.
And I've been practicing in the past 6 months. That's why I went to Siem Reap last week. I carried the rat and shooting a bunch of random shot.
Uh-huh.
And people was wondering why I would do it. That was for my documentary shooting. Because you need to carry like heavy gears and you need to improvise the scene.
Mhm.
Also the angles. You cannot prepare anything. Whatever you see, you need to shoot right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's tough.
Yeah. And my biggest challenge right now is to make sure that when I start this series, I have time to do podcasts. I don't want to stop podcasting, dude.
Right.
I want to be like Joe Rogan, like 2,000 episodes plus already.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
How many episodes are you in now?
I'm like 80, 85.
Holy fuck.
shit.
bro.
4 years, man. Fucking 85 episodes only, man. Look, imagine Joe Rogan's like 20 years plus already.
What's the frequency that he does it? Like once
Every
a
week.
Every week. Wow.
Yeah. But I was wondering how the hell he managed to have all the guests at his studios all the time. He must have fly them in. No?
I think so. Yeah, he has that
Most
money
likely.
now.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like big name too. It's not like, you know, now he's like Hollywood level.
You know how Andrew Tate does it? He just flies anyone out as long as they're willing to do a podcast with him and he thinks they're good enough. He'll just fly them out to Romania to shoot with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now he's in jail.
No,
He is.
really?
He is in
Yeah,
jail.
you don't follow?
No, I didn't follow.
Wait,
He's
I
in
mean-
jail, dude, and all his car was.
Possessed?
Yep.
Fuck. I
Yeah.
didn't know
Is
that.
he arrested for real this time, or like is it like just?
Andrew Tate, man, is
Yeah.
the tale of Andrew Tate will just off and on. Just
Oh.
how it is.
Yeah.
You either accept it as it is, or you just, you know, go looking for some other contents, right?
What's your take on him? Like,
I mean, he's an interesting figures,
yeah.
but I mean, I'm surprised that he has large amount of followers.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, because I don't know I haven't seen what he's done that people said he's done
Yeah.
out there yet.
Right.
Only speculation, like, you know, allegation, all of these things. If that is like happened for real, then, you know, it's the problem. But for me, I feel like, you know, he must have some, like, you know, tactic to fucking drive people to believe him, you know. He's so many fans who are actually on his side, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that he actually speak his mind.
Yeah.
That's one thing I respect him for sure.
Same.
He has the ball to do that.
Yeah.
Not many people can speak their mind on the mic anytime. I was not secure before. I was afraid. I mean, recently there was like someone cut like 12-second clips of my podcast
Mm-hmm.
and like turned into hate speech.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, and he thought it was a joke. Like the guy who cut it he had good intention.
Right.
But then people took the wrong take.
Uh-huh.
Even the way I laugh at the guest saying, it was not laughing at the idea that he raised. We were laughing at him for being that stupid. And because we're close, you know, so
Yeah.
we just laugh at each other, right? And people were like, "Oh, you're joking of this topic because you think it's funny." I'm like, "No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at him, for fuck's sake." But that 12 seconds clip, make it look like that.
Yeah.
And it's 2 hours long.
Oh, fuck.
Right, so I went on a rant. I banned all the pages who copy it and post it. Right.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's
Yeah, this
tough,
is why
man.
when sometimes you speak the truth, you open your mouth and you just say whatever you want. You face that kind of things, and you guys gonna face it too.
That's why.
Be ready, man.
Yeah.
You just I don't know how many episodes you've done already, but more gonna come, bro. It's gonna be way worse.
This is the second one.
You're gonna feel so scared going out
Uh-huh.
sometime. For me, I was also questioning myself too sometime. I'm like, yeah, am I gonna get hit in the face if I go out because people are like posting this shit about me outside?
Yeah.
But then later on, you get used to it. It's okay.
Have you met haters in person? Like,
I wanted to.
but
I
you-
even tried to confront.
Really?
Yeah, I have many keyboard warrior who like message me and say shit. I call them, they didn't pick up. I'm not fucking around, bro. I was raised in the hood. I grew up in like very rough environment. I'm not scared of people like hating on me and trying to harm me. Unless they're coming from the dark place, then I don't see, maybe different. But if they're in the same light, I'm not scared. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to touch up on content creation again, because you mentioned something about like how like what people are doing now isn't as sustainable, right? So like something I realized early on is that content creation, when you're working with sponsors, there's a limit to how many you can take before you start to like get bombarded with just like them telling you what to say, this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you kind of balance that in every single video? Do you just do the pilot method, or do you?
Nah, I mean, I would look at it as it like, my old boss gave me this statement: a job is a job.
Mm-hmm.
If you sign to do it, get it done, move on. It's really down to you. If you really like financially needed the job,
Mm-hmm.
you probably have to compromise yourself and do it, right? But then you need to look into your own content style. Like in the long term, how would you drive this forward?
Right.
How would you maintain that? You don't want to work with a client just for the sake of that projects only. You would look at any client as it like, this client is potentially going to be my long-term partners.
Mm.
Right? So then you would customize your own content to make sure that it fits with your style. And back in the day, we were not big enough to say this, right? And I mean, I don't recommend any young creators to confront any brands. If you really need money, then probably do it, just to survive. But if you don't, then you need to have some integrity, and maintain your image as well.
Mm-hmm.
Your like your color, your way, your tone, all of these things. Brand will listen. You just need to know how to present it.
Okay.
You cannot just say yeah, and then later on try to find solution. It's gonna hurt you.
Right.
I've had many people who came to me asking for my advice. You either lower your cost and do your way, or
Mhm.
you can charge them high enough.
So they just.
Literally like sell your soul to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had brands who told me to fuck off because I did not listen to them. But it's okay. You know what? I win. They came back to work with me, and I charged double.
Nice.
See, I work with number one, right? Condoms. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He
I
promoted.
did, dude.
Really?
It was not really about the number. It was the audience, target audience that they want from me.
Yeah.
So it was quite specific. My age, the target audience that they wanted, and the way I want to do it. Right? So I thought, I said, dude, how the fuck I'm going to promote condoms, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They sent me like 4 samples, full stacks.
Oh, jeez.
And then I'm like, okay, I will do a reaction on your video, but in my own way, like reacting to how you would shoot this TVC. Because like every TVC is like very skeptic,
Right,
like
right.
they have like marketing message in it. You just
Yeah.
need to know how to understand it, right?
Yeah.
So I did a breakdown on that, and like integrated some of the key messages from the product that they wanted me to say.
Uh-huh.
It related to whatever I reacted to, and after I completed it, I sent it to the agency. The agency passed to the client. They were quite happy. They were like, "Wow, this guy got it on point." Quite happy. But can you add this? I'm like, dude, it's our fucking raw reactions.
Yeah.
I cannot shoot any more, like, extra reaction to this. We will look fake. And all of these messages that you gave me in advance already in there, right? Say
Yeah.
yes. Then what more do you want? This cannot do. Even you give me extra, like, payment, I would not do it because it just doesn't look good, right?
Yeah.
They agree, You just need to stand on on your ground and make sure you have good explanation for them. And also depend on which type of content, right? I also have client who said, can you change this like the order of the scene and everything? But I never met any client who asked me to change the music of the video.
Uh-huh.
The client would say, if you like the music, keep it. If you don't like it, change it. They would say that. I would keep it. Fuck it, man. I don't care. Because once you edit the way you edit the video with music that already you chose and everything, it would be hard to shuffle around. It would take you another 3-4 days,
Yeah.
right? So make sure you know what you want, and also some people, I think the biggest problem for young creators is that they don't know what color is there yet. Like, you know, they don't know what type of content they're really into.
Mhm.
I see they doing many things all at once, and whatever, like, you know,
What
give them a
pops,
paycheck,
yeah.
they would do.
Yeah.
And be very selective with the brand that you're working with, you know,
Mhm.
because it's gonna elevate your reputations. You work with small brands, fine, it's good. Local brand also good, but make sure that, you know, you maintain your level, keep going up. Like ABA, Telco, all of these big brands that you're working with,
Right.
put a good like name tag on you as well. Right.
Build portfolio.
Yeah, build that up, and also have this. I call it media kit. Media kit, you know media kit?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Media kit is like a resume, but for digital marketing, right?
Mm.
Where you would have a little bio of yourself. Let's say if it's my media kit, right? I would tell them who I am, where I went to school, what I study, what my background works is at, and show them a little bit of my number, like different platform, and then a glimpse of the latest. But this media kit you have to update every time you send to someone else, like to at least a month range, right?
Uh-huh.
So you need to update that section, right? So I would prepare that and then show them a little bit of my works, like my most favorite videos, and just all in links so they can look into it.
Right.
And then also the rate card as well,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how much you would charge.
Yeah,
You give them different package. You send them that PDF file. That person doesn't know you, right? Once you send that, they would know who you are, like completely. So the media kit is very important for any content creators and influencers. It's pretty much your ID, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what if somebody come to you and say, hey, what are you doing with your content? Like, what type of content creator are you?
Yeah.
And it's gonna have a hard time explaining it, right?
Yeah.
I also have. Now I know what to tell people, but before it was hard. Yeah.
I don't have a media kit.
I mean, we have proposals that we send off KDMV that's to sponsors.
Yeah.
But we
See,
don't really land
I'm
sponsors like
encouraging
that,
any
yeah.
content creator to or influencer to look into this media kits. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many samples. I've done this. I've noticed because of my previous job as a producer.
Mm.
See?
Okay.
Yeah, job teach you. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we knew more about all of that and like making videos and shit.
Yeah.
Like when we started, like we didn't know anything. So all the videos that we've done so far is just like zero experience.
And then they have this term in production they call treatment, content treatment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So content treatment is more like a pilot project, but more into a presentation style, where you would give them the concept, right? But you would not give this treatment to a client
Yeah.
after you have to make sure they sign the contract and you get deposit. Then you send the treatment.
That way they don't steal your idea.
Yeah. I've got many ideas stolen.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Big companies too.
Fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
So that treatment is quite important as well. It helps you ease making your own content better. So you send them you send them the concept, you explaining to them how you would start the video and the flow, but not the script. I would never ever provide a full script to my client.
Unless
I
they
don't
sponsor.
script my content at all.
Really?
Yeah, I would give them bulletin points.
Uh-huh.
I would go cover all of that, but how the take is my own color. Like I would say the way I want it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I would give them the concept, give them the flow of the videos and the settings, like where you're shooting it at, like how many environment you're gonna shoot at, outdoor, indoor, headshot or not, talking heads, like sitting down talking, or B-roll, this side, which color you're gonna grade it into, which format. You need to make sure all of these things is well prepared for the clients,
Right.
and have them sign off, saying that I agree with that.
But how do you secure a deposit first? Like, how does that work? So you present that after they deposit to
Well, you initially tell them what you wanted to do, and you find references.
Mm-hmm.
But the references sometimes can be other people's sources,
Right.
as well, like other content creator. But you not duplicate what they're doing, but to
Right.
say something like this, like you can have an idea,
Right.
how it would feel, or the tone, or I would just reference to my previous work with other brands that I want to continue. There's a couple of series that I did. I have this series that I will continue again. It's called Photo Vlog. So it's a vlog, but it's a vlog about me taking photo,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
So I have like 4 or 5 different sponsors.
Right.
Like spontaneously, I would make one first, and it went viral. And then this delivery company, they came in, like Food Panda, they came in and say, we want to sponsor you. Okay, fine. I have this content. You want to integrate? Okay, how you want to integrate it? So I went to Siem Reap, right? I arrived that late. I was hungry, so I ordered Food Panda, and it was there already integrate.
Right.
But then I came back, and then I shot the video in Phnom Penh. I just had the B-roll that was in Siem Reap, right? And integrated, right?
Mhm.
So the third episode, I went to see Manchester United in Bangkok.
Mhm.
I spent about $2,000 on the whole trip, ticket and everything. No sponsor yet.
Yeah.
So I shot a vlog there. Did not have any sponsored. I was just reaching out to a couple of brands that I want to see if they work. One of them was Grab, because I wrote a lot of Grab in Bangkok.
Right.
I was like, Grab, hey, this can be. And it's like, oh, cool, yeah. So I had to shoot an intro in Cambodia,
Uh-huh.
acting as like, oh, I'm preparing my trip to Bangkok.
Ah.
So I
Sure,
faked
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this ad integration.
Yeah.
Know. But then the rest of the content is real, raw. It was just my blog.
Uh-huh.
So it pays off for the trip.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes it can be done like that. Don't get stuck up like in an idea of like, oh, you need money to make content. Sometimes you have a product and you go sell. Like your guy as well. You cannot sell a product without the product in your hand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You cannot post a pre-order, but the product's nowhere to be found.
Right.
At least you have a sample in your hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is something that I feel like the young content creator doesn't understand
Mhm.
much.
Right.
Have the products and go sell it.
But do you ever feel bad if like you work with a sponsor and then the results don't come out as you expect it to be, or do you just kind of like get used to the fact that like it's just
Yeah,
can't
I've
be
learned how
helped?
to like I said earlier. If you're really desperate for money, then you need to accept it as it is.
Yeah.
It's a job, man. It's
Uh-huh.
just like you work for a company, 8 to 5, you get salaries.
Right.
For me, it's like that. Long-term contract is my salaries.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I deserve, and I use that money to fund other things. And the balance is like my podcast is like my my charity back to my audience. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like my favor return back to them for watching other videos,
Right.
and they understand it, and so it's okay. It's fair. It's a fair play, If I don't have that podcast, I don't think I would have any other excuse to do it. But at the same time, you cannot please a 1,000 people.
Right.
I would just say if I can please just 10, more than enough. For me, it's okay. I'm not greedy. That's why I'm saying.
Right.
Right. And right now it's quite competitive because the price inflations.
Mm-hmm.
Like even for the red card, dude, I know some people who have way more followers than me charge less than me as well.
But that's because the quality of what they produce as well,
And
right?
one is the quality, and two is just how they want to charge.
Yeah.
It's okay, fine. You
Right.
do your way, I do my way. Yeah. But I started to work with the international brand in the past 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will have a couple of brands signed. I cannot say it yet because I want to sign it first. And when that's done, I will be traveling around Asia, around the world, doing workshop and doing presentations and making contents too, which is kind of my way out of these circles.
Oh,
I think we have reached the ceiling already for
content creation.
Local
content creation
creation.
here for
Yeah.
locals. And I want other content creators here to think globals.
Okay.
I never got a chance to say this. Okay. Here's quite important. Okay. I think we have done enough as a local altogether to elevate this to a different level. I
Uh-huh.
think we already at its peak. Like we have many different type of contents. Enough to a point where we know what it is, right?
Right.
In the global markets, we don't exist. If you go out there and tell people you're from Cambodia, and they never seen our videos, and they still ask us where's Cambodia,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, why do we have to rely on the foreigners to come and advertise about us? Because, I mean, I'm thankful for that, but for us, we also have this ability to bring Cambodia to them at our own term,
Right.
our own way, our own color,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like we all together need to do it. Like for us right now, we're talking in English.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure my friends will watch it. I will send it to my friends in Singapore, in Indonesia to watch. And I had friends in Asia came to me and say, why don't I do my podcast in English? They want to listen.
Right.
See, they're interested in us. And for us here, whenever we see people speaking different language, or it's mainly English, they say, hey, I don't understand, can you speak Khmer? I know you don't understand, but this video is not for you. That's why we speak in English.
Right,
We
that's
want
fair.
people who understand English, understand. It's not for the local to understand only. And also it's easier for us when you speak in English. The closed caption also can auto-translate this into Khmer. But when we speak Khmer,
You have to manually do it.
yeah, and cost a lot of money.
Yeah. We did that
See?
for our last podcast. It was crazy. It took so long.
You
Yeah.
did it manually?
We had a translator work with us for the entire podcast to translate it to Khmer. So that shit was like a week long. It was
I think
crazy.
it was more than a week.
It was more than a week, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it took
Let's go
it
back
took
and
so
forth.
long. But I think it was necessary because
Dude,
I
the
wanted
tool
to-
is coming out, by the way.
Really.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I'm testing it. I will show you.
Fuck
I have the access.
Oh yeah.
It's so cool.
You
For
know-
Khmer as well.
You know, actually, I think we have there's a program right now that I mean TikTok the way they translate
yeah.
Khmer captions.
I made a video about it.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
You know what AI they're using?
Which one?
I think TikTok train our data for the AI because this is called ASR. It's like advanced
Speech recognition.
Yeah, speech recognitions. Plus with the data set that to a point where they can recognize any tone, any dialect, any type of voice that they would translate into words, right?
Right.
And I think they have way more than they needed to train the data. And I've looked into all the data that, like the closed caption service that they are giving out there. TikTok is by far
The most accurate.
the most accurate one.
Yeah.
Even slangs, they would, they even train on how we type.
Yeah.
The wording that they type in the closed caption was from us,
Yeah.
nobody else. And I'm not sure if they're going to release, but if you want that, there's a way you can upload the video. When they generate it, you can download that captions.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, you go watch my video.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I found that out. That's why I'm really into these kind of things, like the backdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you can just plug into Google Translate and translate into English whatsoever. Yeah.
Oh,
Have you ever hacked anything locally? Just out of curiosity.
For local.
Yeah, like, cause you said you used to try to hack to your school.
Yeah,
server,
the
so-
TV stuff. You know, Cambodia used to have like TV subscription when we were in the US.
PNN.
All this thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I get all access to it.
Damn.
I would just buy an account and go into the backend and get all the stream code and plug it out.
Fuck.
Bypass all the username and password.
Holy fuck, bro.
Dude,
You should do.
I stopped doing it because it's not healthy.
Really, it's
It's
so
not legal.
interesting though. I love
mean,
that
the
kind of
more
stuff.
you get lost into, you know,
Yeah.
how to say it, how I feel that every time when I'm like on a run into like hacking some things, you just don't care about consequences at all. You would go full length.
Get lost into
I have a
sauce.
PC at home,
Uh-huh.
offline, just for me to do that. Right now, I'm still having it.
Shit.
Yeah.
And you still do it?
For fun.
For fun. Have you
I would
heard-
test crack.
Have you ever heard of a cicada 3301, something like that?
Yeah.
You heard of it, right?
No.
You heard of it?
Yeah.
It's like a coding kind of project or some shit where they find like the top hackers and shit.
They have the community.
In
Yeah.
Cambodia too?
They have. I have friends who can get into anyone Facebook and IG by just like, you know. But do be careful now. The new method is that they will send you a PDF files or a zip file.
Yeah, I've
to
seen
open.
it. I've seen it.
Even though with your phone,
Hmm.
they still would be able to cut your cookies and do it.
As long as you download it, right?
You just open it,
Fuck.
done,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Make sure you don't store your password on your.
I mean, I had that issue before with my fucking MetaMask.
Oh shit.
I don't want to talk about that no more.
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah,
whole.
watch
whole,
out.
That was the first issue. Then we tried to get somebody on Fiverr to help recover it, and that Fiverr guy fucking hacked into our fucking PC and stole the fucking MetaMask code again or some shit. I forgot what happened, but like I think we had to go through like 2 hacks where they got into our MetaMask.
Oh my god.
He recovered some stuff
We
though.
recovered like 50% and like.
Otherwise, he would have like just like not had any money back, but he recovered something.
Yeah,
So it was
okay.
good enough. Yeah.
The thing is, I was trying to recover, like, I was trying to enter like a what is it called?
Release.
A release. It's like you have to enter like one MetaMask account per sign up.
Yeah.
But we created 1,000.
Oh shit.
So we had 1,000 plus MetaMask, and I did this manually. And I told my brother about this, like, yo, I know for sure that these guys are stupid. So let's write a script and let's create as many MetaMask accounts as possible so we can, you know about MetaMask and NFTs.
Yeah.
So I told him to run that script, and we finally found some guy to do it, but it was too slow. So in the end, we all manually did it. And by the time that the results came out, 50 accounts won, 50 plus. So this was like back during NFT hype, like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So we had like 50 plus accounts that won that NFT. But half of the fucking account logins like that I had wrote in my notes, my little brother removed it.
Oh.
So like, that was like fucking, at that time the perceived value was like 100K. So I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you deleted that shit. I needed that. So we had to fucking try to find a way to recover it. So we were so fucked. So that's how we got
You save it on a note?
It was 1,000 accounts. It was 1,000
It was
accounts.
1,000
You
accounts
can't
that
write
we
it.
manually-
What system are you using to store all these concepts and ideas? What?
Like, notepad?
Do you?
Like, dude,
No, that was back then. That was back
No,
then.
but now, like right now.
Right now,
what
like,
types of concepts and ideas? Because we don't usually do it anymore.
No, like what if you want to store something that important? Where you want to store it?
oh, if we know it's like valuable, we write it down. And we understand the security method to
I mean,
prevent ourselves.
I have
from
it on my Google Keep.
Google
I don't even know
Keep.
what that is.
Yeah, Google, check it out.
Google Keep. I'm
Yeah.
not looking at that.
Okay.
It log into your Google account.
Yeah.
It's like a notepad board.
Uh-huh.
Dude, if somebody access to my Google Keep, I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
fucked.
dude.
But how high is the security level? Is it similar to like a cold wallet type security where like you know? you
Yeah,
have-
yeah. Just use you can use authenticators, or you can buy a USB authenticator and just plug the USB in and you're safe.
But it's basically 2FA and
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, cold.
but that's not as safe as like a cold wallet though.
That's the same thing. The USB
Oh,
thing.
oh,
is the
okay,
same thing,
okay,
cold
okay.
wallet, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah.
I never got hacked before in my life.
Yeah.
I was almost got hacked, but then I realized this close. Fuck, call me as well. Interview for the fucking brand deal and everything, you know. Video call too.
Like
Oh,
Indian
shit.
people
And then
from
send me the PDF file. I'm like, nope.
That's crazy.
Dude, you fucking talking? And then send a file. If you're like, can you open that file in the video call? Better.
Oh,
Did not open.
It's
See,
like those
that-
YouTube videos where they
yeah,
scam
my
call
IQ
you.
was higher. Otherwise, I could have been fucked.
Were they Cambodian or?
No, Chinese.
Oh,
yeah.
We know a guy that actually the first time we ever met Mohave Sa,
Yeah.
there was this guy we met you there too.
Oh yeah.
That was the day we all met you guys.
Yeah, the first time we met.
First
remember?
time we ever
I
met.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was in a suit. I was in a shirt that I didn't know. Like I didn't know it was gonna be a party like that. It was Paul had Yut's like birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
His son's birthday.
Yeah.
And then we all met. And then there was this guy that kept staying around Mohave Sa.
Mm-hmm.
He was being annoying as fuck. And then like, come to find out, he's a hacker. No, not a hacker. Sorry, he works for those Chinese companies, and he scam calls people from England or some shit. Like it's stupid. He tells us about his life story, man. He's sad as fuck. I'm like, that's what he does, to make money.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I met many people who also here too. I met like someone who claimed they are like super rich, like from the Arab and all these things. Like, yeah, if you're super rich, just show me if you have like $10,000 stack in your pocket, then you're rich. Cash, yeah, no have. Go take it, show me. I
Yeah.
believe you. You just don't have. It's like, fuck. It's like this, Go
Yeah.
like show stars with money. Then I believe you. Don't fucking talk. Oh, I have this. Like no, don't believe you.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like the hack was like devastating for us. Like,
It's just a lot of things. Yeah. Also, just to add on the the local and the global, I really cannot do it alone. You guys are already doing it. I want others to start doing it. You don't have to be good at English. There's always this belief that it doesn't have to be in English. You can do it in Chinese, Japanese, whatsoever,
Yeah.
Just on top of our local language. We don't want to disregard our Khmer culture, our Khmer literature.
right.
Of course, we're still doing this content, but if we want others to understand, we want others to try, to come here, like you said earlier, we were misinformed, or I call it propaganda.
Right.
Like when I was studying abroad as well, when I look at the news, there was nothing good about Cambodia at all.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
See, we're here doing our own things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying that we are perfect, but I mean, every home has its own flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, we are not like, you know, running away from the bullets or anything,
Yeah.
sitting and talking, making contents.
You know, in Korea, when I was in a taxi, if they asked us where we're from and I tell them Cambodia, the guy would be like, "Oh, war. Oh, like he did this, like he did this.
What?
War.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, oh. Like, I was like, what
When
the
was
fuck?
that?
Just recently, like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah. I was like, yo, what the fuck? They're old guys. They're old.
yeah.
So all they know about, this isn't the first time either. 2-3 taxi drivers that if they ask where you're from and I tell Cambodia, it's either war or they talk about what the fuck? Like this is all you know? Like what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Propagandas.
bad. Yeah.
I also met the Taiwanese guy last month, but I was in Singapore.
Uh-huh.
We had a long talk, and it was like, he didn't even ask me where I'm from yet, but then, like, halfway through the conversation, oh, I forgot where you from. Cambodia. Like, have you been to Cambodia? He's like, no, dangerous, kidnapping. Like,
Oh.
I'm like, dude, your people came to my country, fake and stage a kidnap scenes, and he got arrested. It's like, yeah, why the fuck you say kidnapping? Nobody kidnapped you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, I will fly you to Cambodia.
Uh-huh.
I will pay for your flight. And if I'm wrong, you can keep the money.
Mhm.
If I'm right, you need to pay me back every single cent I pay on for you.
Yeah.
Right.
And he agreed. He will come.
Really?
He will come.
You should
Fuck.
film it. You should film
I will
it.
take him to like all the cool clubbing and everything. It's like, dude, enjoy life. You have a good time.
Sick.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad as
Like
fuck.
we
Yeah.
want to go out there like smiling at people, being nice, and then people come say, oh, your country's like this. Like, the fuck.
It's like when they know you're Cambodian, it's like, oh, it's a disadvantage now. Oh, you fucking
That is why I said
puts to the side or
propaganda.
some
It's
shit.
like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, there's no perfect houses. Just make sure you show them all. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's good side, there's bad side. But then, you know, the good side never been talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been watching other YouTubers who came here.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I keep saying the same thing. Siem Reap Koh Rong Battambang. Siem Reap Koh Rong Battambang. What about other provinces?
Yeah.
Phnom Penh, not so much. They seem to hate Phnom Penh somehow. We need to fix it too.
Yeah.
Damn.
For real.
Sick. Yeah.
There's so many of them saying that they don't like Phnom Penh.
Really? Wow.
For no reason, yeah. And they barely spend time here. And what they go, Basat Lane only. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Do you been to Basat Lane?
Yeah, of course. We never party there though. It's just.
Yeah, but I mean, we would go there for like, you know, local preferences, right?
Yeah.
I have like a good couple restaurant that I like there as well. And I'm like, I was in Bali last week, and then this Swedish guy, he's like real estate millionaire,
Yeah.
so-called, and he's like, yeah, I've been to Cambodia for 3 days, I don't like the country. Like, so many drugs. I'm like,
What the fuck?
It's fucking
what did you
wild.
do there?
Yeah.
I was trying to get like cocaine. I'm like, you're the drug addicted, and
Yeah.
you said my country is full of drug. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? And then I asked him where did he go. You know, he's like, I was at Basat Lane all the time. I'm like, dude, that's not Phnom Penh. Dude. Phnom Penh is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like, did you go out and eat anything? Nah, just like Riverside or something. Like, no, man, you don't know Phnom Penh. I'm inviting him to come again.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I have his contact and everything. I said, dude, come. I will show you the right, like, you know, neighborhoods and make your judgment from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even in the States, Cambodian restaurants usually don't label themselves as Cambodian. They label
Yeah.
themselves as Thai restaurants.
Thailand restaurants, yeah.
Yep, that's what pisses me off too.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the owner's Khmer.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
Yeah, me and my wife the other day were talking when we, like, walked through the airport. We were like, even just one, you know, I don't care brown or what other brand that is Cambodian made, just one that exists
Right.
in an airport. I would make that a priority whenever I transit in that airport to make
Yeah.
sure I visit that brand and support. Right? We needed this, right?
Right.
So I'm like, for you guys too, even if you guys just make it to a shelf or like a spot in somewhere abroad, I would go look for it and support, say, hey, we're here.
Right.
Yeah.
This is something that we need to work on,
Mm-hmm.
and not like by someone, by everyone. Like, see, for content is free, you know. The platform is already global.
Right.
What we have to do is connect with them.
I think the algorithm is now starting to become more global, but it's
Yes.
yeah, because like my content is starting to get like noticed by Cambodian Americans in America.
Mine too.
Yeah, but
Mine
the only
too.
issue is that like there has to be an easier entry point for international people, And I think have you heard of Konbini Confessions from Japan?
Konbini confession.
Konbini
It's
Confessions.
like some bald ass dude in
A
Japan.
bald
just
ass dude interviewing
interviewing drunk
people in
motherfuckers.
Japan. I think what works well about that is that he interviews people in Japanese, right? But the thing that makes it easy for him to communicate with a global audience is just subtitles.
Yeah, Japanese, they've done that.
Yeah.
But though they have tool, bro.
They have tools,
Yeah.
which is why like if only we had that resource, I think it would be much easier for us to.
It's
diversify.
happening. Give
Yeah.
it a year. I think a year.
You just need
at
more
least.
drunk confession videos.
The
Why?
I don't want to go through this saying this, but I mean the government is doing these projects.
Uh-huh.
I've got access to it. I really like it, but there's still a training that need to be done. It's quite good. I will show you later.
Is it better than TikTok, or just as good?
Not yet,
Ah.
but it's free.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Most importantly, it's free. If you go to all of these like AI captioning creators, it costs money.
Right.
Uh-huh.
This is local and it's free. And I'm pretty sure they want this to go out. And once you get that Khmer subtitle out, we can do anything with it.
Yeah.
I watched this guy, like a YouTuber, like he came to Cambodia as well. His video have 15 different subtitle languages.
Wow.
Shit.
15, right?
Yeah.
And he speak English. He said, and his video said, 15 languages subtitle available. I'm like, holy shit, I would watch that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how Khmer too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he made the video in Cambodia.
That's
Right?
respect.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
See, I think that I agree with you.
Mhm.
The easy entry, yeah.
Yeah.
Like for the podcast, for me as well, I really wish that I could able to subtitle them all, but
Right.
fuck, I cannot afford people to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your translator, last time you paid them,
Well, only that kind of paid for it, but yeah.
right?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on online, I saw somebody doing like 1 minute of transcribe was about $10.
Yeah, it's expensive as hell.
Yeah, and then my podcast is 120 minutes.
And the time that it takes is like it just doesn't make sense to do it every single time.
Nope,
Yeah.
not at all.
It takes so much time.
Yeah, if you have automations, you can edit it
Uh-huh.
easier, and also the timestamp is also more accurate.
Yeah.
Right? I understand.
Because we had to
Been
write
there.
SRT files like manually,
Yep.
including the timestamp.
I've read comment section on my podcast, and people said, "Can you please subtitle when you speak English, or can you please subtitle your podcast into this language?" I'm like, yeah, bro. If you do it, then I let you do it. Come, do it. That's what I said. I was like, if you want, please do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more than happy to accept and will acknowledge you and everything, but I'm not gonna pay you, man.
Right.
I don't make single dime from this podcast, so I'm not gonna spend more money on these things. Hosting costs me money.
Right.
Autoport costs me money. Autoport is $30
A month, yeah.
You using it?
I use Firecut.
I also tried that too now.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
It's nice, cheaper too.
It's cheaper too. Yeah.
I got it for free though.
Yeah, I do like a 1 month subscription and then I unsubscribe and then I keep doing it all over again.
We're pieces of shit. Like we really about that life. We used to do that all the time for every subscription.
I've done that too with Netflix before.
Yeah, we
Now
have
I stopped doing it because can't afford it.
we have a lifetime subscription. I think.
With Netflix?
Yeah. Hickey's account.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
don't-
what?
I don't know. I think he bought it from a hacker or some shit like.
Lifetime?
I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But I mean, we still use it to
Still
this day.
cool,
it's either
though.
he pays for or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use IPTV?
What's IP? No, we don't.
You
No.
guys don't know these things?
No.
So IPTV is, I think, the next generation for televisions. You see how you want to watch HBO Max, all of these things.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to have
It's not
digital
available.
disc, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So IPTV, it's like an account, it's like Netflix as well. Which is, I think Netflix is turning itself into an IPTV as well.
Uh-huh.
It's like live streaming, but have different channels. So you should go research it. It's about $10 a month. You can watch 3,000-4,000 channels.
But it's
Wow.
available in our country.
4K.
Holy shit.
I can send you.
Uh-huh.
You can buy account for like $20 for 6 months or 12 months.
Oh
Nice.
shit. that's
4K.
cheap. Wow.
UHD football match.
Wow, they have like live football matches too?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
And pay-per-view. Live boxing match, 4K.
Oh shit, I want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like see, all of these things,
Uh-huh.
it's available. But why we are so far behind?
Right.
Because people are afraid to adapt to new things,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But also, when we like get attached to new things, we tend to overdo it.
Right.
Maybe we go a little too far, and then it became boring or cringe,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I think we need to have a phase where we introduce things to, like you said earlier, I fully agree. Subtitle part, probably the easiest, the smartest, yeah. I wish I can go back to my old video and subtitle everything. I tried one video in English that I done 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It reached out so many people actually.
After adding subtitles?
No, it was English content. Like, I cannot watch it. It's fucking cringe. But, bro, there's like many tourists who came to Cambodia said that because of that video helps them prepare their trip to Angkor Wat. What I did, I was a do and done at Angkor Wat. Like, it's straightforward. Like, I film in the Angkor Wat. I tell them, if you come, don't wear bikini, don't wear shorts, just prepare, blah, 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 blah. The ticket costs this much, and you should buy this ticket. And then you can rent the tuk-tuk at this much, right? It was just like, from a local perspective, tell them what to do.
Right.
And they listen, it works, you see? And they said, oh, thank you, this video helped me so much now. I feel more comfortable going and feel less stressed. They're looking for this information was not there to be found, right? And there are these new things happening right now with the temple pass. Before you buy one day pass, you need to have your ID and passport. Now they lift that. They can just buy the pass and go.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That makes it easier.
Yeah, at the end of the year, for all the passes, they just buy, they get a QR code, they go. And nobody talk about it. It was on the international newspapers. The locals don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, you see? We can make video about this, right?
Yeah.
You come to Cambodia, just everything's gonna be online. E-ticket, scan, go.
Right.
Right?
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's I didn't know, and my friend who came and then told me. But then see, it's a good information for us to spread.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, I have another question for you actually, because I wanted to touch up on this. When you started your career, did you have any mentors or anyone you looked up to?
Casey Neistat.
Casey Neistat?
I mean, he made a video. I think that video became my canon to. It's like a bullet for me. Like it would hit anything, it would go through anything. You could check it, do what you can. That video was just like a motivational video that he literally said that prove everybody wrong about you. But you have to make sure whatever you want is your own choice. It is your true passion, and do it.
Right.
You know, I never thought of me becoming who I am today at all. But I know I wanted this. I just don't know how to do it.
Right.
Because the courage of doing it was not from, from me. It was from people around me that I need their support. But then, I reached a conclusion where I don't need their support. All I need is my own willing to take the L or make it work. Right? It was that, right? And that was the only mentor that I have. And there's so many other things that I had to try. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And in my entire life, this has always been the way things works out for me. Even when I got the scholarship to Norway, I was the first Cambodian who got that scholarship. So I had no idea how the IB works. Did you study IB diploma or A level?
No.
Nothing.
We do AP.
Yeah, AP, that's called A level.
Oh, yeah.
We got it A level, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same as IB, but different. In Cambodia, you doing high school, you have to do like 12 subjects, right?
Yeah.
IB, you do 6. Nobody fucking told me that.
Right.
So I prepared the whole 12. Yeah. They don't tell me which subjects to choose.
Yeah.
I did the physics. They have higher level, they have a standard. So I took higher because I thought I was good at physics.
Yeah.
It turned out it was so hard because you have to do lab report and everything.
Yeah.
See, I done everything through just experiencing it. And it's also, for me, it's an advantage because you're the one who stepped forward before everybody else. So sometimes you found the right treasure, you found the right deal, and you kind of like being the pioneer of certain things.
Right.
And it became my way of doing things as well. Say, like for podcast, for example, I'm not taking credit that I'm the first one. I am not.
Right.
But I would say that I make it well known because I want the quality to be out there, right? And it was not for me. It was not for my reputation whatsoever. It was for this door for people to accept it as it like podcast is casual conversations. right?
Uh-huh.
It's not a fucking TV show where you give a script, you have a producer, you have a director. It's not.
Right.
So that was my most biggest goal. And by doing so, I need to have like big guests on,
Right.
right? And I'm glad that lately I able to bring unknown guests and it became viral.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I always wanted. I don't want famous people to come on and event viral. I'm not happy with that.
Right.
Because it's not really me, it's them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give the platform to the right people who barely got exposure, who barely got a chance to speak their mind. Like for you as well, you're doing this. I'm happy to come on. I speak stuff that I cannot speak on my show. It's true, you know?
Yeah.
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 Because the audience feel different.
Understand.
Yeah.
And I really want people to try it, whatever you feel like doing it.
Right.
Don't be afraid to, to fail. Either die trying,
Right.
you know.
Sick. Sick.
If you don't do it, man, somebody else will do it and you will be the loser who sit on your couch and scratch your head.
And
I wish you
sacrifice
could have
your
done it. If you have an idea, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it doesn't work out, you will learn something from it.
Right.
Yeah, I waste so much money on stuff just because I want to know it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I bought expensive camera for no reason
What's
because
your
I want to
most-
feel it.
What's your most regrettable purchase for cameras?
I think there's too many to count, man. In my current possession is the Red. I thought it was cheap.
Which one?
The Red Komodo that I bought.
Uh-huh.
$6,000 body. It ended up about $20,000 in total.
Fuck.
Gears, accessory, cards. The SD card costs $1,000 each.
Wow.
Wow.
I have 4.
Fuck,
Fuck.
bro.
Yeah. The lenses, you need to use like cinematic lenses to make it look like kind of pops, all of these
Yeah.
things. The battery, it's like $200 each. You cannot use other batteries.
Uh-huh.
And all the gear is like, you're talking about $1,000 top. Yeah, 20,000. I could have buy a car.
For real.
Yeah. That was me out of my curiosity.
Uh-huh.
Because I've been told by many other DPs saying that the camera is hard to use, it's really hard to edit and all these things. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna buy and learn from it, see how hard it is.
Right.
It is hard.
Fuck.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay.
Do you rent out your camera equipment or like?
Yeah, I did. I rent to Netflix.
You did?
Really?
I did.
Oh shit.
CNN also rent my camera.
Really?
I made all that money back already.
Wow.
From just camera renting to them.
Yeah. $500 a day, bro.
Fuck.
Full kit.
Including the lens, huh?
Wait.
No.
So for Netflix, for which show or documentary?
You see the MH370 on Netflix?
the Malaysian Airlines?
Yeah. In that Netflix, there's an episode. This guy was in Cambodia, the Russian traveler, Russian spy. Like in that series, the part 3, that guy was shot in Cambodia, was using my camera.
Oh
so,
shit.
so what camera did they use and like what was
Red.
The Red.
They brought one Red. They need another camera. They ran mine.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So how did they know you had it? Like,
My YouTube.
oh, holy fuck, that's crazy. So all of your camera gear that you purchased, it's been paid back already by now.
Yeah. All the gear that I have right now already paid itself off.
Mostly from renting or just also from your?
No, I mean, I would look it into, say, I can open up about this. So if a camera brand came to me and say we want you to review the camera, I would not charge them money. I keep the camera.
Oh shit.
That's fire. And they're okay with that.
I mean, if they want me to do it, they have to okay with it. Yeah.
Holy fuck. But do they usually accept like that offer?
They have to. Who else would do it?
Yeah.
The sales will tell, I can't even guarantee them the sales number too.
Really?
I mean, I know the quality. Like, I have to look into the camera and see this camera gonna sell.
Yeah.
I would say, okay, I do it. Yeah.
So what's a recommended camera for, let's say, like us who are just trying to make like videos, but
If you want an idiot-proof one, you go for Sony. It's like the idiot-proof.
That's the one I
That's,
got.
that's what we use right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's the easiest. If you want like the fancy one, you go Leica.
For
But
video?
Leica is like,
For videos or like,
you know the brand. You see people with Leica camera, they don't really take photo much. They just carrying it around.
It's like a flex.
Yeah, I had it too. I bought one
Yeah.
just to see how it feels like. I love it though, but the thing is, it's beyond my needs.
yeah.
It's, I think I'm scaling down. I used to have like 40 cameras.
Are you still selling any cameras right now or no?
What's your entire camera worth? Like all cameras.
Before I sell it, it was about $200,000.
That's a fucking house, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now it's about 100, I think something like that. Yeah.
Well, why did you decide to sell it? Is it because like you just realized you had
It's
too
my
much? and you
earning,
don't use-
man.
Oh, okay.
I look at it as it like that's my earning.
Yeah, yeah.
If I don't, there's a month like there's some month that I don't want to work.
Uh-huh.
Sell a camera. I did.
Do you sell them just like Facebook Marketplace or like?
No, I would post it into my group or most of my friends. Like, I don't like publicly sell it much.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Rarely do it. But I would have people like message me that do I have something. I would personally message them. And I mean, usually people who buy from me, they're quite lucky because I'm the one who actually really take care of the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't heavily use it. I don't, like, I regularly clean it, you know.
Right.
That's my chore. I wake up, I clean cameras for fun. I would do that, you know.
Uh-huh.
And buying a camera right now at this like present trend, it's not healthy
Right.
because every 1 month they would release a new one, right? And if you want just to like you know as a hobby, like I said, get a Sony or get a Fuji. It's more like you know looking classic
Yeah.
kind of things, and you have to learn about menu stuff a lot, setting, doing film simulations. And there's also other brand like Canon. Canon is like an old man right now. You see people using Canon. They're like
Yeah, I don't like using it.
quite old. Or Nikon is more for weddings or fashions.
Right.
Yeah. And Fuji, unless you're using like super, medium formats. Medium format is like the largest, not the largest, but it's like
More
old.
expensive one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sensor is 2 times bigger than the full frame.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the micro four third, which is very tiny. They have crop sensors, like double time of the micro four third, and have full frame, like 150% bigger than the APS-C, and then the medium format, right?
Yeah.
I had that medium format too,
Uh-huh.
just because I want to know how it feels like.
Yeah. Well, Singh was actually talking about the other day. He was talking about medium format cameras.
Yeah, but
yeah.
the only medium format I would recommend is Hasselblad.
Hasselblad.
Oh yeah, bro. You hear the name, so prestigious. Made by hand, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the body alone is $10,000.
But do you think it's worth it?
It is worth it.
Do they
That's
use
the
it?
cheapest one, by the way.
Wow.
The most expensive one is like $30,000.
Oh fuck. Do they use it for both photography and videography, or?
It's not for sport or anything, for fashions, for branding, for like billboard and everything. Hasselblad, man. And they have another one called Phase One. $60,000.
Shit.
And that camera you can like break them apart
Uh-huh.
and put them back. They're not one piece. And just one mechanism fails, you can replace it.
Wow.
That's why it's so expensive. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you cannot use third-party lenses either.
So it has to be the.
Their
The
own
cam-
lenses,
yeah,
Expensive as hell.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably my next one.
Do you have an FX3 for sale by chance?
No have. FX30 have, but using it. You want FX3? I think FX3 highly recommended for videos.
Yeah, yeah.
We already have an A7R.
A7
A7 IV.
Or you go ZVE1. ZVE1 is like a mini FX3.
It's crop sensor though, right?
No, full frame.
Oh.
Better too. Affordable because half of the price. Same, like low light ability,
Mm-hmm.
and the only downside it has only one memory card slots.
Oh.
Yeah, and you cannot do slow mo like FX3. When you do slow mo, it crop.
Oh.
No, I don't think it's crop. Yeah, I think it's crop. Yeah. There's too many cameramen. I don't even.
It's too late now. I already purchased the A7 IV.
No, it's quite good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it a lot.
A7 IV don't overheat, man.
Dude, we'll show you a short film we're working on.
Really?
Yeah, we're working on a short film right now.
Not a short film, it's just like a 5-minute video.
That's a short film.
Yeah.
Even 1 minute, you can be a short film. As long as you have like a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fully done. It's just working on sound right now.
Like, do you do script yourself or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. It's all our ideas.
But like, how many people would go on a set for you
So
for you shooting?
we've done like 3 people, and we've done like 5 to 10 max.
Still better than me, man.
But
I usually do everything alone.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Are you talking about like camera crew and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah,
outsource everything.
So now we have
Yeah.
We
have
outsource everything.
we have to we usually outsource it. We have a DOP.
But don't you afraid of the inconsistency of the quality?
That's what usually happens, and then we try to fix it afterwards. Like, you know the UI video?
Yeah.
UI video was fucked.
It took 2 months just
It
to edit that
it
shit.
was
Wait,
fucked.
what?
Yeah.
It was fucked. The
We
video
hated-
itself,
we hated it so much.
we
man.
didn't even like it, but we actually, you know the voiceover sounding?
Yeah.
It happened in one day. It happened the same day. We decided on that the same day to fix the video.
We tried to get.
So that was
Eli to
not
do
the original plan.
voiceover, But like he had like the company and stuff and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And we didn't want to pay extra for that, so oh dude, we'll just get some weird guy like the guy who did all the voiceovers and stuff to fill in.
So that was last minute. It wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
intended.
Holy
But
Yeah.
shit.
but like taste is really hard when working with a lot of people. It's like we don't know if they get it.
No, but I'm glad that you guys, like, you know, had the balls to fix what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people would just say, "Fuck it, dude, let's go."
No, like usually what happens in all of our videos, actually all of it, is like, oh, their edit comes out and they're like, dude, it's trash, let's fix it. That's what happens. Like
Alright,
we
it's
hate
okay.
it so bad. Like
That's how you improve, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want other people to do as well.
yeah.
To have the balls to say, "Fuck this, man, I want better."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ever since the first video, we didn't even know how to fucking shoot. Like we had a guy shoot and stuff. And like the first video.
I'm
came out,
surprised though. Your guy works came out like stands out.
Yeah.
It has its own taste. You know, like usually Khmer they would see something, they would say, "Oh, copy it, copy
Yeah,
it."
yeah.
Right?
Like
Your doesn't speak that.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just out of like
It has its own color,
yeah.
and you need to keep that pace. You know, the hardest part is not starting it
Yeah.
or
It's
doing
to
it.
maintaining it.
Yeah, bro.
We're trying to push for.
It's gonna be
consistency.
more stressful than actually doing
Yeah,
it.
we're trying to push for every single month we have a release. So we have to plan every single month.
Yeah.
So right now we're doing this video. I'm already planning another video, and that one's even fucking harder because now we're trying to do POV. So it's like a whole fucking mess.
POV, you need to build a rig and stuff.
Yeah. I think my
There's a-
guy's trying to do Insta 360 or some shit. So we're trying to do a party scene or some shit. I don't know yet. We're still figuring it out. But I have like a cereal box, a shoe that's in a cereal box.
Oh shit.
So it's like the shoe is in the cereal box. So
Oh, you need to put a camera into it.
yeah. It's gonna be fucking hard.
You need to rig it. Yeah.
It's exciting, but let's see.
We
No,
did
I
a-
like it though.
Yeah.
I like it how you guys just play with props.
Yeah. We don't know what we're doing most of the time.
That's the point.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, what's the fun in doing it? Then?
Exactly.
I can say the same thing. What I'm doing every day.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a documentary the other day. It's just one frame, right? That they show the behind the scene
Yeah.
of how they set up the lighting, right? Fuck, I didn't even finish the documentary. I saw it. I'm like, fuck, I want this light. I order food, drink coffee and everything, take a shower. I go to my studio. I set up all the light and everything. And then I just look at the screenshot. Fuck, I make this light. I just want to show that, can I do that, you know?
Yeah.
And then by doing that, I just shot a couple of video out of it. And then I show people like, hey, you know what? Sometimes you can just watch YouTube and learn from it and do it. But you cannot learn from anything if you don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Like
fair.
for you guys as well.
Yeah.
That's why you asked me earlier, like, how is it like, you know, have any mentors?
Yeah.
If you have mentors, your creativity will limited to that mentor
Right.
experience.
Yeah.
When you don't, the sky is your limit, man.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, Paul.
Make more. Don't stop though. Usually it's like that.
Yeah.
I would see people with good momentum and then randomly just stop. I don't see that in you guys anyway.
Well, we actually had a point where like, okay, like it didn't perform as well, and that kind of demotivated us a little bit. But I think like we just have to like continue forward.
Dude, I'm going through this the same.
Yeah.
My pace is restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 5 months and I'm like, fuck, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's a pain in the ass. Like, you know the Savannah Tea video, the one we did? That was the best performing one, but it produced the least results for us. Like, it went viral, but it
Doesn't sell.
didn't convert
No.
to sales.
That's what I'm telling you. You see,
Yeah.
numbers. There are two numbers.
yeah.
One is digital number.
And then the actual sales itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we try to
Ye-
find a middle ground on where we fucked up and where we're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the hardest part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there is something that I understand with my clients
Mhm.
and sponsors when they comes. I would tell them that if you want to increase sales, please don't like you want my views numbers. I'm not gonna work with you.
Mhm.
I have clients who do this, right? They would book me for a project. They said, okay, if you do this video, will you get? Can you guarantee the 100K views for
Mhm.
the video?
Right.
Right. I said, can. Then you know what my following up question? What if it go beyond that?
That's late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I get to about 1.5 million views.
For
Wow.
that video?
Did they compensate according to the views, or was it just
They
like a
give me
one-off?
more projects.
Mm.
No, I mean, it was a joke, but it hit him really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't just come and people say, hey, guarantee me. Of course I can give you 1 million views, I can boost it.
Yeah.
You want organic views or you want the views? Don't come to me. I'm, that's not my priority.
Right.
I probably have like a certain way that I would see your products and I represent it to my audiences, right? Like for camera, for example, why am I so confident with camera gears? Because I know what my audiences want, and I know their level of needs. There's a certain type of tools that they would love to use it, but they would not buy it.
Right.
There's this new camera called Osmo Pocket 3. It's hype as fuck.
I hear you shitting about it a lot.
Of course. Thank you.
My friend Christina, he was talking to me about
Of
it
course,
too.
Chris, I was cheating on him too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like this. It looks kind of shitty. The quality's kind of sucks.
Do you know I made that video about that camera? You know what I titled it? Camera ទិញតាមគ្នា
He was telling me about it. He was telling me like, oh, he got Fasing to buy it, he got Mongoli to buy it, he got
Why?
everyone to
What's
buy
it-
it.
what's it good
Everyone
about it?
proved me
It's
right.
convenient.
Everyone proved me right, right?
Yeah.
I've had it before everyone else as well. I've used it for 2 months.
Uh-huh.
To an extent where I feel like, fuck, I don't like this camera because it's a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Say, there was a phase where people say, oh, iPhone shoot better video because it's natural color.
Right.
Fuck you, you don't know anything about filming.
Right.
Why you would compare a phone to a freaking camera in the first place? But then fine, I respect your opinion. Just leave it there, right? Using iPhone whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this Osmo Pocket 3. Oh yeah, it's so good. It looked like iPhone.
Just get a fucking iPhone. What the
That's
fuck?
what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
like, the fuck? What's your logic, man? But it has a gimbal. Yo, you can put a gimbal on a phone too.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm like, what? And it's like, oh, there's microphone. Yeah, you can put microphone on phone as well. And then the price point.
Mm-hmm.
$800, $700. Some shop would sell it like between that, $700 to $800. You add another $400, you get a phone. You can film, you can edit,
You can call.
you can post
Yeah.
anywhere, anytime you want. This camera requires you to edit everything externally. I'm not cheating on the Osmo Pocket 3. I also love it, but it's a gimmick camera.
Right.
It's only do wide shot. You want to do close up, you need to get close to the angle. And what you do, you see people doing it, just go left, right, left, right.
So it doesn't zoom. You can't
No,
zoom?
it doesn't. It's
Oh,
fixed
fuck,
lens.
that sucks.
Oh yeah, big time, bro.
Yo, so Chris.
Coming from a guy who owned many cameras, when I said this, it was like, yeah, because you have so many cameras. I'm like, watch me. And also, intentionally, DJI does not release stock on time, which make the demand
To drive
going
demand,
higher. Yeah, and the price is like inconsistent,
Mm-hmm.
ups and down. I know the selling point. I know the original price because I know the dealer and everything.
Right.
But if I sell that camera alone in the past 3 months, I would make so much money.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with it because you would see in about, I see 6 months, you will see people posting for resale. The price will drop to about $300 a piece. This is my experience with camera gears. The moment you open the box, you already lost $500.
Yeah.
If you buy like a high-end one,
Mm-hmm.
And that Osmo, when people use it, they already lost $200.
Fuck.
You know GoPro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's dead now.
It's just not a trend anymore.
Yeah. Nobody uses it. It was super trendy.
You know
back
what
in the
is
day.
the trend now? Insta360.
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about just now.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to use.
I have all of it.
Do you like it?
Can we just rent your camera then?
I mean, depends on which occasions. Each camera have its own good. I have the X4.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it. I've shot a concert with it. It's quite good. I mean, you cannot use it's. There's a type of shot where you don't use it all the time. When you overuse it, it looks boring.
Yeah.
It also looks cringe.
Right.
So that's the type. For GoPro, it's more like action cams.
Uh-huh.
But then GoPro, they just got lazy. They don't add anything. Pretty much every GoPro,
It's the same.
the new one, better sensor, better stabilizations, better chips. But you look at it, looks the same.
Mm.
You cannot tell the difference.
Yeah.
What's the point when your consumer doesn't see the differences, right? So that's why they're kind of like behind.
Have you ever thought about like being a camera store ever?
Yeah.
That's already in my book.
Oh, okay.
But I will sell differently though.
Mhm.
I keep saying this though. I will sell it as a package. For beginner, what you want, budget range, $600. Okay, you get this package.
Mhm.
That's your choice. You cannot choose. You either buy this package or you don't.
Mm.
I don't want you to come to my shop and ask me what's good. I prepare this for you. And I work with other shop, like say MyCam. I also can partner with them as well. I will go buy the gears, packaging it. Like what my job is to package a set
Okay.
for the right person,
Uh-huh.
right? For the right tool.
Right.
Say online seller want to do live stream, come. Live stream set. Full set that they can just go plug in, turn on, they use. And free video tutorial how to use it. Exclusively on a USB drive from me.
Nice.
That's the selling point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's not for uploading anywhere else. And all the video will offline upload it to the server for copyright infringement. If somebody upload that video, will get copyright strike.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
that's smart.
Everything is thought through, bro.
Yeah.
But the thing is right now, people not spending it.
Mm.
People
Yeah,
not
yeah.
spending. The majority don't want to spend.
Mm.
And since the economic around the world is kind of bad, it's not good to do this for
Right.
like big scale business, right? I mean, every camera store also struggling as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people buy it and sell it at cheap price. If I have a lot of money, I would buy those second hands. Would make so much money in the next 5 years.
But it's a long-term investment, huh?
Yeah, long-term investment.
So what camera again?
No, like they are like good collectible
Oh,
cameras
yeah,
that
yeah.
you can collect and then you sell later.
Yeah. Do you collect vintage cameras too, or like?
Oh yeah. I think my vintage set is about $50,000.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Dude, one lenses is about $7,000. It's like this small.
Shit.
Crazy, man. What about like camcorders and stuff?
Hell also.
Yeah.
You need to borrow, I can. I'm building a custom camcorder where you can do digitally.
Oh, I
You did it? You
yeah,
did?
yeah. I use an exporter.
Yeah, but you record it. Wait, you do it while filming it, or
Yeah. It records while filming.
Yes.
So it digitally records. It's a tape. It's a tape camcorder,
Yeah.
and then it records the. It has a recorder where you
Yeah,
click
yeah.
record and it
Yeah, yeah.
digitally like exports to you.
That's the fastest way to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's,
If you do it, you film it and then
but
convert
it's,
it.
it's
Fuck, you don't have
crazy
time to do
ass.
this shit. Yeah. And it looks way better than the actual.
There's no lag anymore.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And it's way
amazing.
better than the fucking overlay and effects on.
Yeah. People do
editing.
it. It's super fake. When I look at it, oh, dude, it's so fake as fuck, man. Just
No,
do the actual one.
I don't do VHS
Yeah. dude,
effects. I hate it.
same.
Yeah.
Like, I prefer people go with the actual.
Yep.
VFX. Like, you know Jeremiah.
Yeah. Jay.
Jay,
Fucking,
yeah.
his
Daddy
fucking
Jay,
film
little Jay.
cameras are. He has a Super 8 and shit. Like it's crazy.
I also have Super 8.
You have a Super 8.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I
What's
don't
that?
use it, but it
Super
works.
8, Super 8 is like a vintage camera that runs on film. So you have to
It
load
works.
film. Yeah.
It's on the display collecting
Yeah.
dust.
It's super hard to use, and just to use like 5 minutes, you spend like thousands just to like develop it. So that's
Oh,
what's so
shit.
fucking expensive. Jay used to fucking shoot videos for people using like those film cameras, and he do it for free. And he fucking spent like thousands just to like shoot that shit, man. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's,
But then you see, he will get job where he can make
yeah.
10 times
Hella money,
more.
yeah.
Dude, he's fucking crazy, bro. He burned a car down before just for a fucking video. Like,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
I have a full box of film collections,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like film stocks.
Uh-huh.
I did not know that it was that expensive, so I bought like bong boy, the whole things. Did not even look at it. I just pay a fee.
Uh-huh.
I came back. I went through, scanned the whole thing. Just that film box alone, it's like $8,000.
Fuck.
It's rare film, man. You know, film. It's like some film is quite cheap and
Yeah,
some
yeah.
are quite expensive because they're really rare.
Yeah.
And the condition they're in, dude. If I maintain that for another 10 years, it's like crypto, man.
Do you
Fuck.
do you freeze that shit or like?
Oh yeah, you store in. You need to store it in a good temperature, like
Yeah.
state, so that it can last longer.
Holy fuck, man.
But those are like $300 a piece.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah,
But the color's probably like amazing. Yeah.
it's rare. They don't make it no more, and it's not one. I have like 20 each
Oh.
in the box, sealed.
Damn.
You know Euphoria.
Sometimes I was bored. I just look at it, it's like money.
You know
A lot of people, yeah,
Euphoria is shot in like I think film, right?
yeah,
The fucking Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
It's all done in film.
yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. It's fucking insane.
It's crazy.
There are people like came to me and say, "Hey, you should invest it in crypto." All those things, like, nah, I have my other investments.
But you also have crypto, right? The last time I talked to you, you
Have-
said you
have.
had it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
I don't want to be the target, bro.
Oh.
Dude, it's nice like talking to people about my crypto portfolio. Getting a lot of emails and messages, especially on Telegram.
Ah.
I hate the most when they say hello. Like, not
Oh.
interested.
Dude, what happened to that crypto shit? Like,
Which one?
The one you were invited to do some shit but you refused.
Oh,
'Cause they were
don't
stu-
talk about it. Remember?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't want
you
to talk
were
about
too?
it. I don't want to talk
Dude,
about
I was
it.
there. I also tell him too.
Yeah.
See, my prediction is right.
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
But basically, like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it too
Okay,
much. But all I
okay,
know is
because,
like
because it's somebody that we know.
yeah.
And we don't want to ruin their reputation.
Right, but it's just like, to me, I'm gonna say this publicly because I fucking hate you, but like, I can't believe like you tried to convince people that you know personally to try to like fucking like fuck them up over something like that you knew was not gonna last long. So
Yeah.
to me that was a slap in the face. So I didn't like that. Yeah.
I spend more time talking to him
Yeah.
than you are, and I feel like, fuck this shit, man.
Yeah.
That was it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate the guy. I don't hold grudge, but your business and like you and I have no chance to do business together ever again.
Yeah. To me there's a fine line with where you look like if you want to work with someone then okay, but you're not openly telling them about the repercussions of just working with
Yeah,
involving.
I
Yeah, so
agree.
that's what I think is unfair, and I don't like that
True,
because a
true.
lot of other creators don't know what the fuck they're getting into. They just think it's cool. Like Chris was like, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna join. Like this is so great. I don't care. It's not gonna hurt anyone." But like, you don't understand the repercussions of it. We
Look
do.
at Logan Paul, bro. He's getting sued big
Yeah.
time. You don't want to be the next crypto zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Do you follow him? Like,
we
what's
know
going
of
on?
the whole
We
shit.
know the whole entire issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so-
about Mr. Beast?
No, I
we
haven't.
don't keep up, but I know that lesbian guy.
Mr. Beast is going through some hell right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
Yeah.
time.
But
Yeah.
it's not
Mr.
related to crypto, though, right?
No, Mr. Beast is like at another level of
So it's even worse.
way worse, bro.
Yeah.
Could you?
Because he's so big,
Yeah.
and then the wave is high, so it
Uh-huh.
hit me really hard.
I thought it was just because of his the guy.
No, way more than that. There's
Oh,
so
really?
many more things that happening inside.
So everybody's just like dropping the bomb at the same
Yeah.
time as.
Yeah.
Holy
I mean,
fuck.
see, for me, like, I don't follow local content creator much
Mhm.
Yeah.
because, first of all, quite toxic. Second of all, I want to grow
Right.
like a little differently.
Mhm.
So I follow up whatever happening outside, right?
Right.
I like not just watching one time. I'm like daily consuming the informations and knowing what's there, so that I can recognize the trend here
Uh huh.
to lean away from it. So we don't want to following their footstep, so
Right.
get into the same
Mm.
trouble. And what I wanted to say you guys earlier about what you have done with your works with KDMV
Mhm.
is that you create a trend,
Mhm.
which is something that I admire, because we have so many trend followers in our society right now where they just follow the leads, the
Right.
sheep, where we call them, right?
Uh-huh.
I want people to be a wolf, have their own taste, have their own style, inspire others to create their own style as well,
Right.
not just following. You can follow somebody. I would follow somebody as well, but
Yeah.
to a point where I say, hey, that's enough. I'm just gonna do my own things
Mhm.
and have my own,
Yeah.
content, my own style, so that people would be able to see through, you know.
Right.
And every time I see people doing podcasts, I'm happy. Not like, oh, they're doing it too, competing with me. No. My main biggest purpose is to make sure this thing is accepted by our people.
Right.
And by doing so, everybody has to start doing it. But at the same time, you know, last month, I saw somebody was talking like sexual term on the podcast. And I'm like, the fuck? It's like bad take, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You can talk about anything you want, but there's a fine line where there's like,
You don't talk about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, sexual stuff on podcast. Come on. Kid might be listening, you know.
Yeah.
And just using like direct implication too, which is kind of very hard to listen
You don't know
to.
what he's talking about, do you?
I don't. What would I know? I don't even look at the podcast locally.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you don't have to know that.
Don't-
Tell me
don't
later.
need
Tell
to
me
know
later.
it. You
Yeah, I'll
know.
say- Yeah, I know what
You
you're
know
talking
what
about.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Let's talk about it later.
Yeah,
No,
The thing is, like, we're saying so many things that we're gonna talk about later. I don't think we're gonna talk about it later.
Oh.
Like, we won't be reminded.
Otherwise, the podcast is gonna take too long. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
let's try to wrap it up.
Oh, wait, one more question.
Yeah, go.
It's out of topic, but have you ever been invited to those programs that like try to
Oh, good
Now
one.
you know what I'm talking about. Train.
Ah.
You know what I'm talking about, bro.
All right.
Did a pyramid scheme to you? Like, we still see it like that. To a degree.
Big time.
Alright, cool. That's all.
See,
I
now we get along, you see?
Yeah.
I believe there's people with the same energy, with the same perceptions,
Yeah.
at least on the same page, understand each other's.
Uh-huh.
And we have the same tones.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Dude.
Okay,
bro.
can we end this soon so we can talk about
Okay,
it?
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, okay.
Oh, shit.
So,
Bro.
I'll do two questions.
Alright.
So, second to last question is gonna be like, at your age and where you are right now, how do you define success?
I think for me that the word successful has never been in a dictionary that I use as a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about it as a concept of what is it like being a successful person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more looking at it as it like, what is my happiness? Having enough food to eat out every day whenever I feel like, you know, be able to pay my own desires. If I want to stop working, I can stop. If I want to sleep late, I can sleep late. I think that's already my happiness, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I came from a family where we have to make sure that, you know, food is on the tables and make sure that we live a good life in the future because we are struggling so much. I was born in a refugee camp, so I didn't have a good childhood. And from that, I want to make sure that I don't experience that and my son doesn't experience what I experienced. So that's pretty much my definition of success. For me right now, I think I'm way beyond that because I have more than what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to pass this on to others, right? And that's how I look at life, you know. Not to be greedy, to be honest. I feel like some of my friends that I known, in the beginning they said, oh, they're not greedy, but then they reach a point where they just don't really know themselves anymore. They just went very crazy, like what you said with that course. I think some of them are beyond their control.
Yeah.
What is the following up questions?
The second and last question. The last question is I gotta ask you a question that Bonita asked me in the last podcast, but you don't have to answer it if you don't want to,
Yeah.
This is
because
it's a funny question.
It's a funny question, but it's like it's kind of sensitive. So,
Right.
yeah, but we're just gonna say it for the sake of the podcast. You don't have to answer it. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to answer it, but like his question was like, how important is sex life in your day to day?
You need it. It make you feel good.
Cool.
Okay.
But look, when you talk about it,
Yeah.
some people said, oh, it has to be between the two people, you know.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
All you need is... Fuck lah, man. I mean, a lot of people are afraid to talk about this, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
We need to face it, you know.
Right.
It's in our nature
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
to do this kind of things.
Yes.
But you need to make sure you do it at a level where it is healthy and you don't harm others doing it,
Right.
right? And be a responsible person.
Mm.
For me, that helped ease my stress. Dude, I was a playboy in school. Dude.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
ask me this type of question. I'm not afraid of it.
Can't relate, man. Can't relate. I was a good boy.
He was a good boy, man. He got it.
Oh, bro, you know you are a good boy in college. When you become a bad boy, you would not stop, bro.
Oh, dude, in high school, his relationships were so fucking bad, man.
Yeah.
He had to pass out once and go to a hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to the ER because of a girl.
It was bad. I came back from the late net and shit, and I came back and everybody was carrying him out, like, and then the other girl coming out too. Like it was happening at the same time, but
Oh.
it's not related at all. It's just
Oh,
two
God.
different people passing out at the same time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bad
yeah.
timing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, to conclude, I also want you to ask one question to our next guest. Any question you want.
Your next guess. Holy shit. Anything at all?
Anything.
Anything.
No boundaries.
No boundaries. I'll ask.
It can be something I would say.
What do they love about Cambodia?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll ask
I
them
think we all need to learn how to explain people that why we love the country.
that. Mm.
Yeah.
We usually would say we hate the country for this, but then come to liking the country.
What do you like about it? Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? It's a tough question, I know.
That's a tough
You know
question.
what I like? I'll tell you. It's in a spot where it's cheap to visit. Oh fuck, man, that's fucked up. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was gonna say like
It's affordable.
it's affordable and it's
Yeah.
also it's close to all the countries that I like to visit.
Yeah.
So visiting them it's quite cheap.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's fucked up for me to say that. It's like I'm not even
Yeah.
it's fucked up, yeah.
I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a great place to live.
Yeah.
Like either way, like I like it.
I feel safer in Cambodia than in the
Yeah,
US.
yeah.
So
The
that's
US,
one
man,
thing
we
I
I
like.
agree on that.
Bro, the shootings
I
and
agree
shit is
on that.
crazy, bro.
I feel way safer here than the US.
Yeah.
I mean, people cannot judge me on that because we've all been there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only valid if we've been and we live there long enough to understand it, you know.
Yeah.
And also, people value you here. That's good.
All right. I think that's the end of our podcast, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we can try.
Sick.
Dude, I want to pee so bad.
Stop recording.
อันนี้คนมาเนี่ย
Okay. Where's the
Dude, yeah, I was, bro.